The changeup is a pitch to these lefties that Drew's going to have today. If he can start it over the middle of the plate, work it down off the plate, get swing and miss, it's great. But if he does miss, the spot to miss is down out of the zone. That's what he threw Murakami right there.
The 2-2. Swing and a foul off to the third base side. That'll touch down into the seats, and we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Last time out for Anderson was against the Guardians on the 11th of August. Gave up a run. That one run came on a home run in 4 innings of work. No walks and 4 strikeouts. The 2-2. Got him. Swinging. Strike 3. Went with the curveball that time, Andy.
That's one of his swing and miss pitches. That curveball, it starts over the middle of the plate, breaks down, and this is a good news for Drew so far. The fastball location, it's been at the top rail. The breaking pitch, the curveball, and the changeup have both been down. Gainey, if he can keep the ball down and keep this team from lifting those off-speed pitches and breaking offerings up in the air, he can have a pretty nice outing.
2 outs, bases clear, top of the first inning. Miguel Vargas, the hitter, and he takes up and inside, ball 1. Vargas putting together a really nice year as well. 27 home runs. He's hit 2 of them in this series. Had the game-winning home run at a game at Wright Field earlier this season against the Tigers. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Anderson. Fastball clips the top of the zone, or actually slider top of the zone, a called strike, and evens the count.
Yeah, Vargas is one of those guys. He came over from the Dodgers and really struggled a couple years ago, but last year a little better year than this year. Big breakout numbers for Vargas.
It's a ball and a strike as Anderson fires. This one swung on, bounced over to third. McGonigal feels the high hop. Long throw across. Did Torque keep his foot on the bag long enough? First base umpire said he did. We'll see if the White Sox challenge it.
If Torque kept his foot on the bag there,
that was a miracle.
What a move.
Play.
Straight out of the ballerina book here from Torque. He goes up, gets off the bag, and might get that left toe just on.
Oh, I don't know, Andy. He had to I didn't see him leave his feet at first glance. He might be safe. And the White Sox are going to challenge, and I think he's going to be safe, Andy. This replay is brought to you by 1-800-CALL-SAM. When you need the right call made, it's 1-800-CALL-SAM.
I mean, just looking at it from up here, I thought he was safe. I said there's no way that Torque could keep a foot on the bag. The throw was high from McGonigal across the diamond.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of looks at it. You could see Torque, he had to leave his feet to go up and grab the baseball.
It did that left foot come back to get the bag or not?
First baseman came off of the base without the ball. Call on the field's overturned. Runner is safe. Chicago retains their challenge.
So Vargas is safe, and that keeps the inning going for Andrew Benintendi.
We talk about defense being important in series like this against an offense that can do damage. Every time another hitter comes to the plate, every time that lineup rolls over, you got to deal with those power threats again.
So Anderson thought he was out of the first inning, and now Andrew Benintendi will get a shot with 2 outs and a man on first. The first pitch is a curveball that misses high and away, and that will go as an E5 on Kevin McGonigal. It's the 6th error he's made over at third base. Benintendi 3 for 8 in the series, a 2-hit day yesterday, and drove in the go-ahead run. Anderson from the letters checks the runner at first and deals on the 1-0 pitch. Benintendi a line drive into center field. Max Clark charging in. Max Clark makes the chest-high catch. Anderson works around the 2-out error and keeps the White Sox off the scoreboard. We head to the bottom of the first. We are scoreless here at Comerica Park.
Jim Thorpe's resume reads like a work of pure fiction.
So he's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's in the College Football Hall of Fame. He got Olympic medals for the decathlon and the pentathlon.
He's the greatest at
I thought I was an athlete, Lindsay.
Thorpe finished his Major League Baseball career with the Boston Braves in 1919, where he played alongside an outfielder named Les Mann.
He invented this particular projector.
And this is not all he's done, right?
He started championing to get baseball into the Olympics. He finally succeeded for the 1936 Olympics, which was held in Berlin.
The German government had discouraged other nations from sending Jewish and black athletes.
We sent over Jesse Owens, and we sent over Mac Robinson, Jackie Robinson's older brother.
Trailblazers like Thorpe and Robinson certainly lit the way for countless others to follow. Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
or visit rosepestsolutions.com.
Davey Tree and the Detroit Tigers are excited to present triples for trees. 3 trees planted for every Tigers triple this season. That's 99 trees and count.
Detroit Tigers Radio Network. So glad you could join us, and so glad that the weather cleared up. We could play this baseball game today. Clouds overhead. It is a muggy one out here at Comerica Park as Sean Burke, right-hander from Sutton, Massachusetts, gets to work, and he will start off Gleyber Torres with a fastball up and out of the zone for ball 1. Gleyber Torres, Kevin McGonigal, Dylan Dingler here in the first inning against this White Sox right-hander, Andy, who has been really good all season long and especially in the last 2 months. As the 1-0 pitch, Dick Gleyber takes it high and away, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, the Tigers are going to have their work cut out for them. Between the four-seam, the curveball, the sinker, cutter, changeup, he's got like 5 pitches that all have over a 25% whiff rate. So he can get the swing and miss. It's a matter of dialing one in, find one you like, and see if you can do damage on his fastball early.
2-0 is taken for a strike by Gleyber Torres. Gleyber has had a nice series at the plate. He's 5 for 8 with a double, and he's driven in a pair of runs on the year, hitting .268 with 8 long balls. White Sox play him on the pull side with the second baseman Meidroth shaded up the middle as Burke goes into the windup in the 2-1 pitch. This one rocketed over to third and reeled in by Miguel Vargas, and there is 1 out for Kevin McGonigal.
Well, you hit it hard, but you can't hit it at him. We saw that yesterday. The Tigers lined out a few times in some big spots. Gleyber Torres gets a slider, lines out in the first at bat of the ball game. But that's something you just got to keep plugging away. Sometimes the hits feels like they're never going to fall.
It seems like it's been a series of atom balls.
Yeah.
For the Tigers. Squaring the ball up, but it just seems to find White Sox gloves. Third baseman Vargas is off the line, and even with the bag, first pitch to Kevin McGonigal misses high and away on a sinker for ball 1. Shortstop Colson Montgomery shaded up the middle, outfield straight away. Against McGonigal, 1 for 7 in the series with a walk. Kevin's still hitting .284 on the year, still more walks than strikeouts, 76 walks to 74 punch-outs. 1-0 from Burke is taken for a cold strike on a cutter at the knees, evens the count.
The Tigers are just excited to see a right-handed starter. They were on a stretch of lefty, 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 lefty.
And we'll see that into the series in Pittsburgh coming up this week. 4 straight games against a right-handed starting pitcher. The 1-1 on McGonigal. He swings and misses at a slider. And Burke works ahead of the ball in 2 strikes. No score first inning, Tigers and White Sox. Burke in July and August, 7 starts. He's 2-2 with a 1.47 ERA. And while he was walking more hitters earlier in the year, he has cleaned that up significantly. The 1-2. This one shot foul into the seats.
He's really been dynamite for him. Talked about he's got a 6-pitch mix. You never know what's coming. He'll throw the 2-0 slider. He'll throw an 0-0 curveball to get ahead. With 2 strikes, he's not afraid to throw fastballs. In any count, he'll throw a fastball.
He winds and deals on the 1-2. McGonigal puts a charge into this one out to left field. Antonacci tracking it, still going to the warning track, and reaches up and makes the running catch for out number 2. Antonacci is in left, Tristan Peters in center, Braden Montgomery's in right. Miguel Vargas at third, Colson Montgomery at short, Chase Meidroth at second, Taka Murakami at first. Drew Romo handles the catching, and Sean Burke on the hill. And Andy, going back to that last play by Antonacci, he had to cover a lot of ground. We saw this in the series at Wright Field back in May. He covers so much ground, plays a very fine left field.
Yeah, it's all about the jump and the angle. Antonacci can run pretty well. Gets a good read on it. The ball carries a little bit on days like this in Comerica with the wind blowing out to left center, a little humid.
Andy, I know you're always looking for new business ventures to invest in.
Yeah.
I think we need to, and I'll chip in some money for this as well. Let's find a company that can produce pitch comms that don't go out during a game.
We'd make $1 billion.
We would make so much money on that, because that's what the delay was here, is the bat boy had to run out and give Sean Burke a new pitch comm.
It's kind of become part of the game, though. You got to have a pitch comm issue at least once a series.
And when the pitch comm first was introduced, you always saw guys trying to fake it to get extra time. Right. Now it's just, okay, we realize these things don't work all the time. Here's Dylan Dingler. Takes a called strike from Burke. Ding DH'd yesterday. He is in a funk right now. He's gone 6 games without a hit, just 1 for his last 34 at the plate in his last 8 games, so he is due for a big hit. Scoreless first inning, Tigers and White Sox 0-1 to Dingler. He waves and misses at a slider away, and it's a no ball, 2-strike count.
That is a slider that's well off the plate. Just a pitch we didn't see Dingler swinging at pretty much all year. You know, his discipline. He's always been more of a swinger than a guy who's going to take, but when you start chasing that far off, it makes it easy for a pitcher.
The 0-2, Dingler flies one to center field. Tristan Peters drifting back on it. He'll have room. He'll make the catch, and the Tigers go in order. Line out, 2 fly ball outs, and we're off to the second inning here at Comerica Park. Tigers and White Sox.
Kevin Gausman was outstanding against the A's last night. Dylan Cease will try to do the same.
Cease was brought on board to not just help lead this rotation this season, but also into the Blue Jays' future.
Just swing and a miss to retire the side. Cease gets Soderstrom. And he blows him away with a fastball for strikeout number 6. He's been striking out guys. There's no question about it.
Blue Jays pitching's got some filthy stuff.
And he rings up another one. That is 5 consecutive strikeouts and 9 in the game for Cease.
That slider is virtually unhittable this afternoon for these Athletics hitters.
3-2, and he got him with a high fastball for strikeout number 12.
This is a different fastball that we are seeing from Dylan Cease this afternoon. It has been electric all day.
Dirt cam popped up.
Dirt cam may have popped up.
I'm just trying to watch the game. This is an obstructed view seat now.
Leone Taveras dropped the ball. Can you believe it?
And Sal jumped in, foul ball.
That's like a stage dive at a concert.
Saya's ready. I think that's Clark's hat. That's not going to work, Saya.
Welcome to Detroit, where it's just anarchy here tonight. We got all sorts of stuff going on.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The second inning is brought to you by the Michigan Lottery. Play Michigan Lottery Gem 7's instant games today. They're instant fun for everyone, including you, Andy.
Yeah, I've never played them, but I'm sure they're very fun. Sounds fun. You made it sound really fun.
Hey, that's my job. Make it sound fun. And it's instant fun, no less.
You don't even have to wait at all.
Drew Anderson gets back to work. Braden Montgomery, switch hitter, will bat from the left side against the right-hander. Anderson worked around a 2-out error in the first inning. Montgomery swings and fouls off a first pitch slider from Anderson. Andy, one of the things we've seen in this White Sox team these first 2 days of the series, they have been in just constant attack mode, and we did not see that in the first 2 series against these 2 teams, as Montgomery checks his swing on a fastball up and did not go.
The strength of this Tigers pitching staff for 2 years has been the ability to throw strikes, command the zone, try to get ahead. And the White Sox know that, and they know if they wait around, you're going to find yourself in a lot of 2-strike counts.
1-1 from Anderson. Good changeup that just clipped the bottom of the zone. It's a 1-2 count.
And you can look at averages, slugging percentage, any stat you want. The difference between being in a 2-strike count and an advantage count for the hitter, being 2-0 versus 0-2, is huge. It's very dramatic. 0-0 is a great count to hit in.
A 1-2, and he got him. Swinging strike 3. He climbs the ladder on a fastball. Second strike of the day for Anderson, and there's one gone here in the White Sox second for Colson Montgomery. We'll pause for station identification here on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Colson Montgomery will bat, bases empty and 1 out. Anderson starts him off with a changeup away for ball 1. Tiger Injury Report is brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. The good news is no new injuries to report today. Brant Herter 2 nights ago made a rehab appearance with Triple A Toledo, as this one is floated into shallow left and it touches down for a base hit. Colson Montgomery was pitch in on the hands. He fought it off the other way. White Sox get their first hit of the game.
After going changeup away, it is a fastball. He just muscles it out to left. Out to Brett out there making his debut, Callahan. which is always fun.
Brett Callahan in left, Max Clark in center, Zach McKinstry in right. So you have a center fielder and a left fielder who just 3 weeks ago were patrolling the grounds in Toledo. Pitch is a called strike on Chase Mydroff. And it's an 0-1 count. It's been a youth infusion into this Tiger roster as this season has progressed. And AJ called it today just another player development win, getting Brett Callahan up to the big league level. As that pitch misses in, count evens up at a ball and a strike. Tigers did designate for assignment Trey Cruz. Had to be a tough call for AJ. We know he was very close with the Cruz family, and it's just one of those moves that you hate to make, but sometimes it's the right move for the team.
That's it. What's best for the team?
The 1-1 is a curveball that misses down and away, and the count in Mydroff's favor at 2 balls and a strike.
Nothing's ever personal, you know, especially with good organizations. The Tigers have been really, really good in the player development side over the last handful of years here, and that's why you're seeing some of this youthful talent come up and really make an impact at the big league level.
Coming into this series, as the curveball misses in on Mydroff, it goes to 3-1. The White Sox
the pitcher has challenge.
are going to challenge here.
Well, that's a pitcher challenge.
Pitcher
Drew
challenge
Anderson.
Drew, huh? I think he might win it. He does.
Pitch is a strike. Detroit has 2 challenges remaining.
So that flips the count from 3-1 to 2-2.
You don't see often the pitchers challenge.
Not. So the White Sox have had more plate appearances by rookies this season than any team in the big leagues, and the Tigers are 5th on that list with plate appearances by rookies. But coming into this series, as Anderson misses wide with a fastball, runs the count full on Mydroff. There's no score here in the second. White Sox with a man on first. White Sox had 1,550 plate appearances by rookies this season, by far and away the most in the major leagues. Swinging a tap foul at home plate on a changeup will do it again at 3-2. So both of these teams definitely going the youth route.
Yeah, and you know the White Sox, after 300 lost seasons in a row, they completely flipped the script. They got rid of some guys, bring up the young guys, and this culture has changed in a hurry for the White Sox.
Anderson's 3-2. Swinging a ground ball right back to Drew. Goes to second for 1. Gleyber Torres on to first. That's a 1-4-3 double play. That's where those PFPs come into play, Andy.
Boy,
beautifully turned by Drew Anderson. And he gets out of the inning facing the minimum. We go to the bottom of the second. Scoreless. Tigers and White Sox here on the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by.
And back to the top of the order, Pete Crow Armstrong. Hammer to right. That one is deep, and it is gone. Oh, baby. Off the facade. Absolutely crushed. Home run number 27 with an exclamation point.
Off the facade of the upper deck. It might have been still climbing when it hit that barrier. 437 feet PCA. My goodness. He got one to his liking, and he absolutely obliterated that baseball.
Now Chico to the belt. Checks the runners. Belliard trying to hold Ramirez close. And what happened?
A wild pitch. That one goes into the seats. All right, in unison, just a little outside.
Sometimes you come to a baseball game and you see something you've never seen before. I guarantee you will see that again. and again. And again.
And that is launched. I think he answered a question. A good night for the hitters. Leadoff homer, Yandy Diaz, 1-0 Rays.
I mean, listen, you have a 4-hit day, and then you roll out of bed the next day, and in your first at-bat, Jacob Lopez, mistake pitch in the middle of the plate. There was that fastball at 91, and that was an absolute no-doubter. Anytime you put it up on top of a roof of anything, that ball was absolutely mauled.
Half of the second inning, Colt Keith, Zach McKinstry, and Spencer Torkelson do up against White Sox right-hander Sean Burke. Worked 1-2-3 first inning with a line out and a pair of flyouts. First pitch to Colt, swings, line drive into right center, touches down for a base hit. Over to cut it off is Montgomery. Colt turns around first. He'll hold there with his second hit of the series. The Tigers are in business with a man on first, and it's time for dollars on deck. If Zach McKinstry gets a hit this inning, Northville Lumber will donate to Detroit Bladebusters. Northville Lumber is Michigan's oldest business and largest Trex decking dealer. Good piece of hitting there from Colt. Got a sinker over the outer third of the plate. Went into attack mode. The first pitch of the inning. Now Zach McKinstry. Z-Mac, what a turnaround for Z-Mac this season, Andy. Struggled out of the gate first few months of the year, but hitting nearly 300 since the All-Star break. Burke working from the stretch for the first time today. Sets at the belt. Third baseman Vargas is pulled in. First pitch to McKinstry is low for ball one.
You know Z-Mac's got the tool set. We saw last year he was an all-star, and up till the all-star break, he just couldn't ever get it going. You know, he'd have a little streak. He'd start hitting the ball hard. It wouldn't find the hole. Then he had his struggles, and since then, you can see he's back to just hitting line drives all over the field, less fly balls, having fun, putting the ball in play, making something happen.
No score here in the second. The 1-0 pitch taken high and away. Two balls and no strikes. And Andy, the other thing I wanted to touch on there, because you bring up a good point, but when he was having those struggles, it was right around the time after the collision in Kansas City.
Yep.
And got back off the IL, just wasn't quite himself. It took him a while to get his legs under him, and ever since then, he's really turned it on. 2-0. Fastball up, and it goes to a 3-ball count.
A lot of it for a player, too. When you get off to a really rough start, you're trying to make it all up quickly. You're like, hey, I got to have a good series. If I have a really good series, then I can get back to hitting over 200 or whatever. You can't think of it that way. You just got to keep going out, continue to take good at-bats.
3-0 the count on McKinstry. The pitch taking all the way. Takes a slider for a called strike. This game brought to you in part by Meijer, the official grocery partner of the Detroit Tigers. And this series is brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. Need the right call made. It's 1-800-CALL-SAM. 3 balls and a strike on Zach McKinstry. Colt Keith takes a short lead off of first. Burke will pick on to first. Keith diving back in ahead of it.
Burke's a little worried about Colt over there. He had the long hold in the first pitch of this sequence. He's varying his timing. He picks over, tries a quick pickoff move.
I mean, he is 5 for 5
yeah,
swiping bases this season.
Right.
Shortstop Montgomery shaded up the middle. Another pick on to first, and Keith diving back in ahead of it.
See, this is where if it's not a 3-1 count, you just go. The issue isn't a 3-1 count. You want to give McKinstry the chance to say yes or no to what he swings at, because he might take a strike for a fastball.
Runner goes. 3-1 is low for ball 4. Tigers in business, getting the first 2 aboard here in the second. Second time the Tigers have seen Sean Burke this season. The first was on May 31st in Chicago. That was thankfully the final day of the month of May.
What month? I forgot
exactly,
about that.
The month that we shall not speak of. He went 5 1/3 that day in the month that we won't speak of on the last day of that month. Run on 3 hits, walked 2. He struck out 7, no decision. Tigers took a 1-0 lead into the 7th inning in that game as Spencer Torkelson takes away for ball 1. White Sox scored a pair of runs in the 7th, and they won that ball game 2-1. Ball and no strikes on Torque. Slow series for Torque, but he has been really swinging a hot stick over the last 3 weeks. Swinging strike, evening up the count. Colt Keats at second, Zach McKinstry at first. Tigers an opportunity to strike first here today. Ball and a strike on Torkelson. Burke deals the swing and a tap foul at home plate. Works ahead at a ball and 2 strikes. Brett Callahan waiting on deck. He's making his major league debut today. Keith off second, McKinstry off first, both with healthy leads. Burke coming set at the belt. Delivers the 1-2. Torkelson backs away from the fastball up and inside, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
They wanted to work him the slider away, and Burke comes up and in with a heater. Usually that gives you a pretty good indication of where the next one might be. Change your eye level, back you off the plate a little bit to go right back out there with a breaking pitch. See if Torque can stay on something, hit it to right field.
The 2-2. Does hit one to right field, but it's a pop-up into foul ground. Murakami into foul ground. He'll make the catch. Torque unable to advance the runners. And now here is the major league debut for Brent Callahan. What do you think's going through his mind right now?
I'm trying not to be nervous right now. You know, you're like just kind of taking it in and going, I got an at-bat right here to try to give us a run to put us in the lead. Getting a little standing O. He's going to talk to the umpire, say hello. The umpire says congrats. But you got to get to business here. Whatever your plan of approach was, he talked to Michael Bedard down there, said, hey, what should I be looking for here? What's going through your mind? Whatever that approach is, just stick with it in this at-bat no matter what. See if you can get some bat to ball. Have a little fun.
He was born in Newark, Delaware. Tigers' 13th round pick in 2023. He lines one up the right field line. That's going to touchdown fair. It's going to roll into the corner. Here comes Colt Keith. Zach McKinstry's on his horse. He will follow it up. He will score. Callahan head first dive into third, and it's a two-run triple. It is first at bat in the major leagues.
He ain't waiting around for nothing.
First pitch that he sees in the big leagues is a knuckle curve that settles in at the bottom of the zone. He lines it up the right field line into the corner, and he ends up with a two-run triple to give the Tigers a 2-0 lead here in the second.
That'll make the family in attendance jump up and down. This crowd was going nuts. He's floating around first, hitting second. He couldn't feel his legs heading into third. Dives in safely. Them legs turned into rubber.
Here's Max Clark with the infield pulled in. First pitch to Max, swinging a bouncing ball past Murakami into right field, a base hit. Callahan scores. The rookies are coming through here in the second inning, and the Tigers lead it 3-0.
The young guns are firing right now. The energy's electric here at Comerica Park. Max Clark driving in Callahan after a big double. This is what you want right here. Get an early lead against a pitcher who's been tough. Take advantage of that walk to McKinstry. Take advantage of that hanging curveball, says Callahan.
I mean, is this real life with some of these Tigers rookies this season, Andy? I mean, it has been so fun to watch. They all seem to come up in such a big way. We remember back to Eduardo Valencia as Max Clark takes off. First pitch to Javi Baez is a swing and a tap foul at home plate. We have not seen Max swipe it back yet, and he would have probably made that to second base had Javi
Burke's a little bit slow to home plate, and Romo's not known for his pop time and throwing ability. So that combo, you can see the Tigers, it's a combination they really want to get out and run on and be aggressive against.
The 0-1, swinging a ground ball to the left side. Montgomery scoops, flips the second for one. Maedroff on the first, and that's a double play.
I don't think they got him.
No?
It looked like he beat it.
Dan Iasonia, crew chief over at first base. The rest of the umpire crew today will see the Tigers challenge it, and they will.
Yeah, it looked like he beat it by about a half step.
Field is out at first base. Detroit's challenge.
Louis Krupa's at third. DJ Rayburn at second. Adam Beck has the plate today. So another replay. It's brought to you by 1-800-CALL-SAM. When you need the right call made, 1-800-CALL-SAM.
So Callahan's adrenaline, he's never had that much adrenaline flowing through his body in his life after he hit that double. You see how when you make your debut, your legs, it's hard, like you can't feel them as good.
The legs were going in different directions than the rest of the body.
But you see the speed of Callahan. That's a double down the right field line. He stretches into a triple.
I think you're right, Andy. I think
after review, the ball was in the glove but not touching the interior of the mitt. The call on the field's overturned. The runner is safe.
That's a new explanation.
Yeah, we don't need all that. I'm. How far are we away? About 250 feet, 300 feet.
So Javi will reach, keeps the inning going for Gleyber Torres. They do get the out at second in Max Clark. So now we actually need an explanation here because we have heard varying degrees of what constitutes the out at first base.
Right. Is the ball it's in the glove, but it's not touching the glove.
And how do you determine that off of a replay?
I don't know.
Research department, got anything? Marin Klein, research department looks at us and says, I got nothing. First pitch to Gleyber. is a ball up on a slider. Baez off first. The 1-0. Gleyber swings, sends this one deep down the right field side, a foul. 3-0 Tigers here in the second inning. We didn't even get a chance to talk about Brett Callahan's family that was in attendance. Got to wait for the next at bat, Dandy. He was jumping all over that first pitch.
They were rocking in the stands. You know that. Mom, dad, girlfriend are here.
1-1. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Torres. Tigers jumping out to an early 3-0 lead against the White Sox. 1-2. Up and inside. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is the first time that Sean Burke has allowed 3 or more earned runs since a game against the Dodgers when he gave up 4 in 4 innings on June 13th. Burke's 2-2. Gleyber just got a piece and fouled it off the end of the bat, and will do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tigers have had a good approach at the plate today.
And Burke's fastball, his fastball command hasn't been good. We've seen him have to run to that slider and those breaking pitches just because the fastball has not been in the strike zone enough.
He's at 32 pitches as he continues to work here in the second. The 2-2. Gleyber pokes it towards right field. It's bouncing. It's picked by Maidroff, and he couldn't get it into the glove. That'll be a base hit for Gleyber Torres. That ball just kept bouncing and bouncing towards right field. Maidroff did everything he could running towards right. Got a glove on it to knock it down. That probably prevented Javi from going first to third. But it's a base hit for Gleyber Torres, and the Tigers have men at first and second, and now we've got a mound visit. Kevin McGonigal will be the next hitter. He's the 8th Tiger to step up to the plate in this inning.
McGonigal hit one deep to left center. Antonacci ran it down on the warning track off of a fastball away. This can become a very big spot in this game. McGonigal hits the ball in the gap, score a couple, something happens. You can really blow this thing out early on.
Tigers coming into the day today, half game out of the 3rd wild card spot, 4.5 games back of the White Sox in the division. First pitch, McGonigal takes high and away on the knuckle curve for ball 1.
Command has been Burke's Achilles heel. If he's had a rough outing, it's because of command, and right now he is not feeling his different pitch types.
And for a guy that always pitches off that fastball, Andy, we have seen so many first pitch sliders and knuckle curves out of him in the early goings of this game. The 1-0, McGonigal takes ball 2 away. It's going to be a challenge by Drew Romo.
Call this ball, the catcher has challenged.
I don't think they're going to like the outcome of that one.
I don't think they are either.
Pitches the ball. Chicago has 1 challenge remaining.
That's a catcher trying to help his pitcher who's in a tough spot. He was set up on the inside part. He was trying to go cut her in, and it almost backdoor McGonigal on that one. But man, that's a tough one to try to challenge.
Don't you know, as a catcher, you just don't challenge McGonigal takes. 2-0. That's low. Goes to 3 balls and no strikes.
And this is the position now where Burke goes, okay, I definitely don't want to load the bases, but I look at my options here, and I got Kevin McGonigal, who has always putting together good at-bats in the cover, and Dylan Dingler, who sets one for his last like 33, 35, something like that on deck. I don't have to give him a cookie.
3-0. Bottom rung cutter for a called strike 1. 3-1 count. Javi Baez at second, Gleyber Torres at first. Kevin McGonigal leading the Tigers, 129 hits. It's a 3-ball, 1 strike count. Burke delivers. McGonigal check. Did he go? No, says the third base umpire. It's ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Dylan Dingler.
Yeah, you can see once he fell behind McGonigal, he really didn't want to bring him anything. He tries a high heater. McGonigal thought about it, held his bat enough, and now Dylan Dingler stepping to the plate, Gainey, with some mighty struggles lately. in a big spot for the Tigers.
Hit his first career grand slam on the recent road trip. Got a chance for number 2.
Let's go.
Dingler, 26 home runs, 81 RBIs, and he's got the bases loaded in a 3-0 lead. It's Baez at third, Torres at second, and McGonigal at first. Nowhere to put Dylan Dingler as Burke delivers. Taken high, and that's ball 1. Burke settles in at the belt. Working third base out of the rubber. Delivers. Dingler sends one in the air. Left field. Antonacci charging in hard. He slides and he makes the catch. That will retire the side. Tigers leave them loaded, but they send 9 to the plate. They score 3 times. It's 3-0 Tigers as we go to the third here on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
So Rockies is really like where my major league career really took off. You know, it was a special time in my life, 7 years with the team. And this jersey in particular, 2018 postseason patch on it here. So I've always kept all these jerseys with the patch on them because that's what it's all about, is getting to the playoffs and trying to win the championship. You know, the black jersey with the cutoff, not a lot of teams rock the cutoff anymore, but this is a jersey we wore all the time in Colorado.
Turns out a minor tune-up to the Dodgers lineup may have Mookie Betts firing on all cylinders.
It's gone! There's the feel, there's the results.
Dave Roberts decided to give Mookie a new perspective on Tuesday, dropping him from his usual 2-hole down to the cleanup spot for the first time since 2017. Safe to say, Mookie's slumbering bat woke up.
And this ball is gone, a home run, as Mookie announces he is back.
Betts went atomic against the Rockies, launching 2 homers and driving in 5.
Well, Betts in that cleanup spot, and that's exactly what he's been doing with runs. He's been cleaning them up.
And hey, shout out Andy Pages. He shifted up into the 2 spot, racked up 4 hits, and extended his MLB leading RBI total. The Dodgers have been winning and are on top in the NL West, but getting Mookie Betts back to his old self makes their chances at a three-peat look a whole lot better.
Third inning is brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft. Game is brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Drew Anderson back to work. He's got a 3-0 lead. Tristan Peters will lead it off for the White Sox. First pitch swinging, sends it in the air down the left field line. Long run for Callahan. This one's going to touch down fair and bounce into the corner. Tristan Peters will cruise into second base with a leadoff double.
He's had a series, too. Everything they've thrown, Tristan Peters, he's been on. He's got hits all over the ballpark, whether it's first pitch curveballs, fastballs, he's swinging, and he's been hitting.
That time Anderson left the fastball out over the plate. Could have been a lot worse with the pitch location there, Andy.
Right. But, you know, you're trying to get ahead. Your team just staked you to a 3-0 lead. The last thing you want to do is come out and walk somebody. Going right at him, but these White Sox hitters, they are attacking early.
Here's Drew Romo, the switch hitting catcher, will bat from the left side against the right-hander Anderson. Tigers 3, White Sox nothing, trying to avoid the sweep and climb closer in the division. Anderson from the letters, first pitch, swinging a ground ball, right side rather, Spencer Torkelson. He muffed it. Gleyber Torres to back him up. He will glove it and flip it to Anderson covering. That'll go 3-4-1 on the putout. What a job by Gleyber to back that up.
Yeah, he was headed over there anyway. Torque kind of got in between and tried to catch it on the short hop. It rolled up his left arm up in the air. Gleyber Torres jumped up, grabbed it, and Drew Anderson, good by him to just go ahead and continue going to cover first. And that's the assist by Torque. A little alley-oop there. But that will advance the runner.
So Peters over to third. Now Sam Antonacci, top of the card. Antonacci bounced out on the first pitch of the at-bat to Drew Anderson in the first inning. First pitch, swinging a chopper to first. Infield was playing normal depth, so this will get a run home as Spencer Torkelson gloves. He'll step on the bag. Scoring from third is Peters, and it's 3-1. Base is empty. Minetaka Murakami.
You give credit to their 9-hole, Drew Romo, to go ahead and move the runner over. Let your leadoff guy come in, make a little contact to scrap a run here in the third. Now you got the power hitter coming up.
You and I were chatting with Steve Stone, analyst for the White Sox, earlier today, and he said, and that was one of the things he brought up to us, was this team, as they have climbed out of the abyss that they were in for the last couple of years, as the first pitch is a strike on Murakami. It's those little things that win baseball games are the things that this team is starting to do. Getting a man on second, listen to moving that guy up a base. And we saw it here, and they executed perfectly, and it got him a run as Murakami chases a changeup. It's a swinging strike, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, early in the ball game, if you can scrap runs, I mean, the Tigers scored 3, but that means you're only down by 3. Scrap a run in this inning, hit one in the third, the fifth, the sixth, you're right back in it if you can hold the lead.
0-2. Just off the plate and up on a high fastball. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Murakami. There's a lot of question marks by scouts with Murakami coming over to play after just being a power hitter and mashing over in Japan. There was concerns with him that he would struggle with velo at the major league level as he fouls one back. He'll do it again at 1-2. So far, it's been so good for him. He's hitting just about everything this season. Strikeout rate's a little higher than you would like to see.
It's pretty normal. I mean, coming over to the major leagues, the fastballs are better, and you know he's got over a 30% strikeout rate. But when he hits it, he hits it.
Pitch up and away on a change. It's 2-2.
Over 50% of his hits are for extra bases. You know, a lot of home runs, a lot of doubles. And we saw a home run that he hit in a 3-0 count that went to the moon and then came down. He's got serious power.
The 2-2. Shoots one over to third. McGonigal was way off the line. He will glove it. Fires on to first. Gets Murakami by a couple of steps. And that'll retire the side. White Sox get on the board.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game. Post-game. And everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with a baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. Yeah. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
Based on accessories. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
For every Tigers home run, Ashley, the official furniture and mattress provider of the Detroit Tigers, donates up to $500 to nonprofits supporting Michigan kids. Go Tigers!
Bottom of the third inning, Tigers with a 3-1 lead over the Chicago White Sox. Final game of this 3-game series. Colt Keith leads off. He got the second inning party started with a base hit. He swings and sends one in the air deep to left field. Antonacci going back at the track, at the wall. He leaps up, and that ball is gone. A home run.
What an effort by Antonacci, but that ball kept carrying off the bat of Colt Keith. He went up and banged into the wall. Looked like he might have caught it. Nope, ball's carrying out to left today. Colt Keith Another great job by Colt. Led off the big inning, last inning, with a base hit to right. Here he gets a backdoor slider, and Colt Keith pops his 9th of the year that hit off of Antonacci's glove.
I mean, Andy, he was up over the wall. His sunglasses came back down into the field. I couldn't tell if that was the baseball or his glasses. Zach McKinstry sends one in the air left field. Antonacci waves his arms into the alley. He'll make the catch for round number 1. That was the 9th home run for Colt Keith. It's a Little Caesars Pizza home run. Order online for delivery or pizza portal pickup. Andy, that ball just kept carrying and carrying. Antonacci got up there. It's an 8-foot wall and left, and it just got a piece of his glove and still got over the wall.
Yeah, it was a great effort. But Colt got it up in the air. Now, on a day like today, it's a little humid. Wind's blowing out to left. That ball will carry.
4-1 Tigers here in the 3rd. First pitch is upstairs on Spencer Torkelson, but a called strike, and it's 0-1. All season long, Sam Bernstein Law Firm brings you every replay. You need the right call made. It's 1-800-CALL-SAM. Burke into his motion. Here's the 0-1. Taken by Torque on a knuckle curve, a called strike, and it's 0-2. It was a heck of an effort by Antonacci. He got
really
up
was
there.
I mean, I'm just glad he's okay. He ran into that wall. It was violent. Came down, hit the ground hard.
The 0-2. Torque takes it high.
Romo thought about challenging it, but
maybe
then
he should have.
Yeah, he should have. It looked like a strike at the top of the zone, but waited too long. And Burke kind of looked at him like, hey, what happened?
White Sox catching situation all season long has been unsettled as Torque fouls one back to the screen. Do it again at 1-2. Kyle Teal.
He was their guy.
He was their guy.
Right.
And a couple of stints on the injured list where he currently resides. They got him healthy. They got him back. He goes down again. Ball and 2 strikes on Torkelson. 4-1 Tigers here in the 3rd. Burke into his motion, delivers the 1-2. Torkelson pops this one up into right field. Braden Montgomery coming in. This ball hanging up a long time. He'll make the catch for out number 2. 2 away for Brett Callahan. He made some noise his first time through. His first major league at bat, a 2-run triple. Tigers, they bring up rookies. They have a knack for getting base hits. Our research department, Marin Klein. Kevin McGonigal's first major league at bat, 2-run double. Eduardo Valencia, as the first pitch to Callahan's a called strike. Eduardo Valencia, pinch hit home run. Brett Callahan, 2-run triple. Ben Malgiri had a single to right. And both McGonigal and Callahan did it on the first pitch they ever saw in the major leagues. The 0-1 taken high and away. Check swing, he didn't go. And the count evens.
And for Max Clark, he walked. He didn't even see a strike in his first at bat. I think it was a 4-pitch walk. So if they would have laid one in there, he would have got a hit too. So we might as well count that.
So what you're saying is the rookies are going to do something in that first plate appearance.
Exactly.
Base is empty for Callahan. Began the season in Double-A Erie. Was up in Toledo before he was called with the big leagues as he pulls one on the ground foul on the first base side, and Callahan's in a hole, 1-2.
I can't believe they went back to the curveball. That's the pitch he hit down the right field line. He was just a tick out in front of that one.
He was the 13th rounder out of St. Joe's with the Tigers in 2023. One, 2, shoots it foul, third base side. Hit 268 with Erie. Had some pop, 12 home runs. Toledo in 36 games was hitting 271 with a homer, drove in 17. Strikeout number a little higher, but as he continues to develop, you would anticipate that going down. Burke the line to the 1-2. Callahan takes a called strike 3. He's going to challenge it.
Oh, come on. He said it took too long.
Wow.
Adam Beck, he said he even took the mask off and said, looked like he was going to say, yeah, I'll give it to you. Then he said, nah, you took too long to challenge.
He would have won had he challenged it, but
there's the kid who caught the ball. Was your kid got his lawyer on the phone?
He's on the phone with his agent. Hey, I need to negotiate something right here.
Yeah, don't go low.
Yeah, hey, you got to go for the top and then we'll negotiate down.
You know, usually the home team always is on the field first, but for some reason Travis Mazzano forgot. Look at the guys getting him. He's like, oh man.
The Bowers began to do the crab walk like he was in PE in first grade. Don't see that often.
Is this 1-1-1-3 on the putout? That's a new one.
Lawrence, and he's been better the last couple of months, but, you know, he is a foundational piece for the A's. For sure.
Driven to right. Forget about it. Off the tree.
London, special delivery. The Butler's got a barrel for it. Zone 4, stand up. All about that good tree.
What a splash from Butler. Wow.
Another A with a multi-homer series against the Rays, and it's 8-4.
Absolutely crushed.
This is a good one right here. The Padres. Little pinstripe unis. We would wear these every Thursday. When I kept it, I wanted to keep it all dirty. I always felt like if you didn't get dirty in a baseball game, you kind of didn't really play that day. So I had my pine tar there, a little dirt in the front side of it, but the brown and orange, really cool cleats. All the fans really enjoyed it as much as the players did.
Free Call Sam car safety kit today at callsam.com.
Drew Anderson back to work. The lead is back up to 3 for the Tigers as the teams exchange runs in the third inning. It's 4-1 Tigers here in the fourth, and Anderson starts off Miguel Vargas. The ball up and in on a slider for ball 1. The 1-0. Swing and a fly ball center field, drifting back Max Clark into the alley. He'll reach up and make the catch. Vargas retired, and there's one gone for Andrew Benintendi. Fourth innings brought to you by Wallside Windows, Michigan's leader in replacement windows. And this game brought to you in part by Corewell Health, reminding you that together we can overcome any obstacle and fight any battle. Well, Drew Anderson, he was successful on a challenge earlier in this game, Andy. And Drew this season, he is 4 of 5 in ABS challenges. That's the most by any pitcher in the major leagues. First pitch to Benintendi misses. Up and away for ball 1 on a curve.
He's the only Tigers pitcher that we've really seen challenge.
The 1-0, check swing.
I always thought it was harder for the pitcher to challenge. You got that emotional attachment to the pitch that you just threw. That's my pitch. Where a catcher can be a little less biased towards what the result might be.
The 2-0, high and away, 3-0.
Yeah, see, he's going to challenge here, and he's not going to like this one.
Always call the pitcher a challenge.
So it counts 3-0, and it will stay 3-0. That pitch missed up.
Pitches the ball. Detroit has 1 challenge remaining.
So just as soon as you say something nice about a guy,
yeah, that's why you can't say nice things.
But he's 4 for 6.
Still good.
Not terrible.
Not as good as 4 for 5.
Nope.
The 3-0. Dots the outside corner for a strike. 3-1 on Benintendi. Back-to-back 20 home run seasons for the veteran. 3 balls and a strike to count. Anderson from the letters delivers. Swing and a miss. Runs it full.
Good changeup down right there in a 3-1 count. You know Benintendi's looking to do damage on the pull side, jump a fastball. Bottom drops out of that one. He's way out in front.
3-1 the count. Rather 3-2 the count on Benintendi. Anderson's payoff. Inside, ball 4, lost him on a changeup in. Benintendi aboard for Braden Montgomery. Tigers 4, White Sox 1 here in the 4th inning. Be interesting to see how long the leash is today for Drew Anderson. He threw 70 pitches in his last start. And A.J. Hinch was asked earlier this week, in specifically relating to Drew, how hard is it to build up a guy who you built him up in spring training, then he goes into that role in the bullpen as the first pitch to Braden Montgomery is lined into right field. The White Sox in business as Montgomery is aboard with a base hit. It's 1st and 2nd with 1 out for Colson Montgomery. But AJ was saying, it's a delicate balancing act where you don't want to just let a guy go just to build him up late in the season, because these games matter so much right now.
Right.
So you have to operate as if, hey, the leash is there, the leash is longer, but not necessarily we're going to let you go full starter allotment of pitches.
It's just a matter of, it's more production. Like, how's he look? What's the pitch shapes like? Is he walking guys?
Wilson Montgomery swings at the first pitch and sends it in the air down the left field line. It's curling towards the seats, and that will land in the 7th row. And it's 0-1.
You just don't have time in these games to, just let a guy build up like you would in spring training. You got to, because you want to win the ball game. So it's not a matter of, let's get him in a position where he feels good. It's more like, we need production out of you, and if you'll give it to us, you get a little long. You'll stay in the game longer. If you don't, you're going to have to get pulled earlier.
He went 4 innings in his last start against the Guardians. The 0-1 with the infield playing for 2. He checked the swing. Did Montgomery. Went around. It's 0-2.
And Drew was a starter in Korea, so it's not like he was been bullpen. He was in the bullpen earlier this year and would throw multiple innings out of the bullpen.
And that is one way to keep a guy's pitch count at a good level, is by using him in those multi-inning appearances out of the bullpen. He's ahead of Montgomery here at 0 balls and 2 strikes. Runners on first and second here in the 4th inning for the White Sox. The 0-2. Got him looking. Strike 3 called. Snuck the fastball in at the top rail. Montgomery down on strikes. And for Drew Anderson, his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. 2 gone.
When you got a guy looking for a changeup and you pump a 4-seam fastball in there, he takes it. And that's what happened. Montgomery was so worried about that changeup that he didn't even fire on a fastball down the middle.
But Andy, is something as first pitch to Jason Meidroth as a strike. Something you said at the top of the show, though, he's got to be able to establish that changeup. And because he's been able to establish that changeup in the first 3 innings today, it's set up that at bat perfectly, where he goes changeup, then high fastball. When you're expecting the change, you get the strikeout. Swing and a miss on the 0-1 changeup. It's 0-2 now on Meidroth.
Yep, it gets in guys' heads. And his fastball is plenty good. It's 97, it's 98. It's not a light fastball Drew Anderson throws, so it's enough velo that it makes it challenging to try to battle against the changeup but still be able to get to the fastball.
0-2 the count, 2 on and 2 out. 4-1 Tigers. The pitch, high and tight. Ball and 2 strikes. Andrew Benintendi walked. He's at second. Braden Montgomery at first. He singled. 2 on for the White Sox here in the 4th inning. Anderson coming set. The 1-2 in the dirt, smothered by Dylan Dingler. Count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tigers hit the road after today's game. 3-game series against the Pittsburgh Pirates. You can see your old teammate Don Kelly.
Yep.
2-2. Chase Meidroth, the batter. He's a .280 hitter on the year. The pitch, swinging a chop foul third base side. He'll see another. Meidroth, a 1-for-4 day yesterday. Tigers with a 4-1 lead in the 4th. Runners on first and second. The pitch, swinging a foul straight back, hanging tough.
This is what Meidroth can do. Extending a bat. We saw him hit a fastball that was out of the zone away at 98 for a base hit to right a couple games ago. But he's a line drive guy. Works the ball all over the field. Drew needs to make a good pitch here. See if he can get a weak ground ball or a punch out.
The 2-2. Down and in. Changeup missing. Runs at full. Second full count of the inning. The runners will be off and moving with the pitch. Meidroth, originally a Red Sox 4th rounder, came over in that Garrett Crochet Hall of prospects that the White Sox wrangled. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Runners go. Swinging a tapper past Anderson. Racing in Baez. He gloves. Has to hurry. Throw to first. And got him at first base.
That's a beautiful play by Javi. Having to come in, cover a lot of ground on a slow hopping ground ball to glove it right to the bare hand. Good strong throw. Got him.
So fun to watch Javi Baez fielding his
shot to first, race back to the bag. Oh,
he yes. Did. Tagged him right on the Philly Fanatic oven mitt.
Pops it up, and Wong with a dive to make the play.
Goodness, that was spectacular.
Ground ball left side. What a play by Geraldo Perdomo.
That is an incredible play.
And did he catch it? Oh, he did! What a play by Johnny DeLuca.
Hill's coming in. He dives and he makes the catch. Adames, the throw, the stretch. He's out.
Folks, this is the big leagues.
Out to Cronenworth, glove to glove, and in time.
Dive, and he's got it! What a play by Zeke Duran.
Jeremy Pena throws the first, got him. A highlight reel defensive play to take a hit away. Long run for Edmund. He lays Tommy Edmund with an incredible catch to end the inning.
He's out near the wall, and it is caught! Meckler got it! The Mech strikes again!
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on, so I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Reserve at McLaren.org.
We are in the home half of the fourth inning here at Comerica Park. So glad you could join us. Got our sunglasses on. The sun has been peeking out intermittently throughout the day. Max Clark to lead things off for the Tigers. Max is 1 for 1 with an RBI single. He'll be followed by Javi Baez and then the top of the card in Gleyber Torres. First pitch is taken for a strike by Max from White Sox right-hander Sean Burke. He's given up 4 runs in the first 3 innings of this game. He has struggled with his fastball command this afternoon, has relied more on secondary pitches. The Tigers have attacked. The 0-1 on Clark. Reaches up, sends it in the air to left, and Tanachi drifting back. Ball really carrying today, Andy. Right at the cusp of the warning track, he hauls it in for the first out.
This is what we like to see in Comerica Park if you're a hitter. These humid days, that David Whitney building out there has got a flag above it. That's the one you look at to see what's the wind really doing today. It's blowing out to left. They used to have flags up on the light stanchions, way up above the scoreboard. And those were the ones I always looked at, but they have removed those.
You just totally back in my day.
Yeah, I did.
Infield shades to the pull side for Javi Baez, who reached on a fielder's choice in the second. First pitch to Javi. It's a fastball for a called strike. Tigers have gotten to Sean Burke for 4 runs on 5 hits. They're saying he's given up 4 runs since June 13th. The 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back, and Javi in a hole 0-2.
No, good job. It's a great job. Whenever a pitcher's struggling a little bit with their command, that's a quality starter in the big leagues. You take advantage and score some runs because they can get right back with it in the next inning or two.
The 0-2. Baez lets that one go high. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Tigers took 2 of 3 from the Guardians to begin the homestand. They've dropped the first 2 of this series against the White Sox. This one lined to third and picked on a short hop by the third baseman Vargas on a sinking liner. He will pick it up and throw on to first, and the first 2 outs recorded here in the 4th inning for Sean Burke. Flips it to the top for Gleyber Torres.
Another hard hit ball that is going to be recorded in the scorebook as an out. That's why them pitchers, they're always like, well, you know, you didn't hit that one hard and it was a hit. It was like, yeah, but what about all the ones we do hit hard that get caught? Suckers.
2 down for Gleyber. 1 for 2 days. Hit safely in all 3 games of this series. He takes it up and in for a ball. Great crowd on hand. We've had good crowds this entire homestand.
This city knows the gravity of what this team has accomplished from June on. I mean, it was such a big hole they've dug themselves out of.
A 1-0. Gleyber swings, sends it in the air, center field. Going back on the ball, it's Tristan Peters. He'll reach up, he'll make the catch, and the Tigers go in order. We go to the 5th. It's the Tigers 4 and the White Sox 1. Here in the Detroit Tigers.
This one, some carry to the track, to the wall. It is gone! Kalen Culpepper, his first Major league hit is a home run.
I mean, I can't hold back the smile I got right now.
He literally had every single one of his pitches working. The two-seam fastball was explosive.
7 scoreless, 8 Ks, and did not allow a base runner after the second inning.
Corbin Carroll all the way to the wall, and he's got it! Wow, what a catch!
Oh my goodness, what a catch by Corbin Carroll.
That might be the catch of the year in 26.
It's on its way! It's gone! Holy Waldschmidt!
Ryan Waldschmidt wins it! What a ball game.
Holy screams! It is 14 strikeouts.
Fabulous tonight. There are not enough adjectives to describe his dominance.
The Red Sox are absolutely en fuego.
It's done. He just missed this one, hitting it a ton. Will it stay in the park against the wall? It is off the glove, and it's gone. It's gone. Unbelievable. It was in the ballpark, but it bounced off Nady's glove over the fence for a homer, and Dunn says, I'll take it.
The fifth inning at Comerica Park, Tigers 4, White Sox 1. Fifth inning is presented by Figer Law. All we do is win. Drew Anderson is back to work for the Tigers, and he will get a swinging strike by Tristan Peters. Start off the at bat. It's an 0-1 count. Peters led off the third inning with a double. He came in to score the lone White Sox run. Anderson's been good today. He's at 54 pitches as he works here in the fifth. Pitch count brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Own the dream. Big inning for the Tigers, a 3-run second. The 0-1. Swinging a chopper up the first baseline foul. It's 0-2 on Peters. He has been a tough out for the Tigers in this series. A couple of extra base hits. He's also driven in 2 runs. Andy, you said this before we got on air today, but 1 through 9, the White Sox, it seems like it's a different threat every day in their lineup.
Yeah, all the way through that 8-hole. The 9-hole, the catcher spot's been the rough go of it at the plate.
0-2 changeup misses low.
We've seen what Chase Meidroth and Tristan Peters have done in this series. They've been getting on base a lot, hitting ball hard, working tough at bats, and it's a good way to mix up a lineup that's got power in it. Now, both these guys can hit the home run. We saw Peters hit a home run in Game 1. But they're a good at bat. They're a tough out.
1-2 is a fastball that misses the inside, evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
So when you have the power element plus the quality at bat element, and you can mix those throughout a lineup, it makes for a tough day for a starting pitcher to come in. And it's like every pitch matters. Every pitch counts.
2-2. Close, called ball 3, and it runs it full on Peters. This is a White Sox team that was lacking power the last couple of years. Only team in the major leagues with 3 hitters of 25 or more homers. 3-2. Austin up and away, ball 4, and Peters on base again.
Well, you know that ballpark in Chicago on the south side is a launching pad. It's a park you always go to, and you want to hit home runs. And it's when you have a roster that's not designed to hit home runs, and that's your home ballpark. It's a little interesting concept, but they've definitely rectified that issue.
2 years ago in 2024, when they had that miserable season, as Drew Romo cracks one deep in the air to right, going back McKinstry, and Drew Romo connects on his 7th home run of the year, and we've got ourselves a 1-run ball game. Walk and a homer, and the White Sox are right back in it.
You just talked about the power threats up and down the order. The 9 spot's been a struggle at times for the White Sox this year, but Drew Romo says, I don't know about that. I got 6. How about make it 7? Gets a hanging slider. First pitch, it's that one down and in. You know, left-handed hitters love that slider that doesn't work far enough down to get under the barrel, and literally just drops the head of the bat to it.
It wasn't a cheapie either.
Nope. No, that was down in the tunnel, hit the Michigan Lottery sign. There used to be a Bell Tire sign there I used to hit all the time.
Still nobody out here in the fifth, and it's the top of the lineup now with Sam Antonacci, who's over 2, and he lines one into the netting foul. Seeing piggybacking off the earlier read, that would have been instant fun had it been a Tiger who hit that, but not so much instant fun when it's a White Sox.
No, it's negative fun. It's a reverse fun. It's terrible, really.
Low on Antonacci, evens the count out of ball and a strike. Get a check of that out-of-town scoreboard for you in just a moment. 1-1, high and away. And Anderson working into the fifth inning, something he hasn't done much of this season. He's gone 4 2/3, just one time. 2-1, chopped out to first. Spencer Torkelson reaches down. He'll pick it, takes it to the bag himself. Here's the first out. Antonacci now 0 for 3. Here's Murakami. Out-of-town scoreboard from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, brought to you by Myra, the official grocery retailer of the Tigers radio network. Orioles with a 10-2 lead over the Rays. Baltimore with a 7-run 6th inning. Pirates, who we will see tomorrow night, they've got a 7-0 lead on the Boston Red Sox. That game in the bottom of the 4th. Pirates a big 5-run third inning. Pitch to Murakami, curveball, stole a strike there, and it's 0-1. Twins up 4-0 on the Phillies in the 3rd inning. Brooks Lee with a grand slam in the 1st. 0-1. At the knees, another changeup. It's a called strike, and Anderson's ahead 0-2. Some stirring, but no action yet in the Tiger bullpen. 4-3 Tigers lead it here in the top of the 5th. Anderson's 0-2. Got him. Swinging strike 3. He tripled up on the changeup, Andy.
Yeah, he knew that Mutaka Murakami was going to be aggressive in this at bat. Instead of just getting after him and throwing fastballs down the middle, he just kept throwing the changeup, plugging away at it, and threw a really nice one, 0-2 count, to get him to swing over it. The bottom drops out of it. It's a kick change, so it catches the seam and it shoots in a downward direction under the bat.
Miguel Vargas 0 for 2 did reach on an error in the 1st inning, so after the first 2 reach, Anderson comes back, gets the next 2. First pitch, Vargas swings, fouls it into the seats, and it's 0-1. Anderson 4 strikeouts in the ball game. Strikeout update brought to you by Carbless, official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. Anderson matching his season high of 4 2/3 innings of work. Last did so on May 20th in that really good start against the Guardians. Flinch of the bat, Vargas didn't go. It's a changeup that misses in. Count evens, ball and a strike. Next pitch he throws. Anderson will be his 70th of the game. Ball and a strike on Miguel Vargas. The pitch upstairs. 2-1. This is sort of that weird spot in the ball game, Andy, where got a guy who has not been stretched out full starter length, gives up a home run. Now action will begin in that Tigers bullpen. The 2-1, swinging a foul straight back.
Well, you'd imagine they'll get a lefty going, probably Tyler Holt.
Well, you guessed that right.
Yeah, he's been hot. Tyler's been the hot hand. You're up by a run. See if Drew can navigate Vargas. If not, I would imagine they'll want the lefty for Benintendi's spot.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Vargas. Bases empty, 2 outs in a 1-run game. The pitch, that's low. Runs the count full. Back to your point about the power. That miserable 2024 season for the White Sox, their home run leader, the guy on deck, Andrew Benintendi, he had 20 home runs. That was their leader 2 years ago. 3-2, he got him! Swinging strike 3 on a slider. Anderson, after giving up the home run, gets the side in order. Back-to-back strikeouts. His day is likely done. It's 4-3 Tigers. We go to the last of the 5th here on the home of Detroit Tigers.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
It's time for the great mascot race. Here's the pitch. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go, folks. The crowd is going wild. It's the home stretch. It's too close to call. Here's the play at the plate. It's Mr. Met. Congratulations. You won the great mascot race.
A walk in 3 trips tonight for Matt Olson.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, that one's gone. 35 on the season. That one a no-doubter for Matt Olson. And with that bomb, he ties Alvarez and Schwarber for the major league lead in round trippers.
2-1 slider here. McDermott thinking maybe Matt Olson is sitting fastball. Can I put something in the strike zone that has a wrinkle? The answer is no, you cannot. As he hammers this thing 423 feet into the chop house.
Kevin McGonigal leads off the Tiger 5th inning. Tigers 4, White Sox 3. Sean Burke is back to work. He has retired the last 6 batters that he has faced since Colt Keith homered to the opposite field in the 3rd inning. McGonigal has to jump out of the way of a knuckle curve that's settled in by his feet. He takes ball 1.
Burke's been better the last 2 innings, but curveball leaving his hand that misses by a mile. He just hasn't been himself today. See if the Tigers can take advantage, get a leadoff guy on here and make something happen.
1-0 on McGonigal. Takes knuckle curve at the bottom of the zone. Thought about challenging, then thought otherwise.
I think the curveball, the breaking ball, especially the Big 12-6 at the bottom rail, is the hardest one. To know when did it trip the wire.
1-1 from Burke. High and away, 2 balls and a strike. Andy, if the Tigers go on, make a run, and make the playoffs, Kevin McGonigal's got a chance to do something that no one has ever done in baseball history. No rookie in MLB history has ever led a playoff team in both hits and walks. Lines one foul towards the tarp on the first base side. It's 2-2.
Well, hopefully he can make a little history this year.
That would be nice. I notice you are sans cowboy boots today. You just went normal shoes.
Yeah, we're leaving on the road. The cowboy boots don't pack as good in a suitcase. They don't travel as well.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to McGonigal. Shoots it the other way down the left field line and headed foul and into the netting. So this is road Andy Attire versus home Andy Attire.
Yeah, exactly. Just, chill a little bit. The suitcase can only weigh so much. I can't have a suitcase that weighs more than yours does. That'd be embarrassing.
2-2. Shot foul into the netting, and we'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. I am a notorious overpacker.
Well, you're a type A guy.
We went. I had one day in San Francisco, and I had a suitcase that weighed 40 pounds.
Oh my!
I don't know how
you put it there.
Well, I had to have my running clothes. I had multiple sets of game clothes in case I spilled something before I got onto the bus.
Like the Boy Scout of Packers. Always be prepared.
It's so bad. 2-2. Got him looking. Strike 3 called. Snuck the sinker on the inside edge.
That's a beautiful swing back from Burke.
Pause for station identification here on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Dylan Dingler to bat, but the base is empty and 1 out. That is 7 in a row set down by White Sox starter Sean Burke, who has seemingly found his groove as this game has continued. He will start off Dingler with a cold strike on a cutter. Ding 0 for 2, a fly out to center and a fly out to left. And time is called by Ding ahead of the 0-1 pitch.
Just a base knock. That's all.
Just needs to find some grass right now.
Just get some grass. That's it. Get out of
Snap him out of this funk. He's 0 for 11 in this series. Pitches up and away, and the count evens up. Ball and a strike. Tigers 4, White Sox 3 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tigers have had a pair of 3-run leads today. The White Sox team just does not go away. The 1-1. Dingler takes it outside. 2 balls and a strike. Chicago with action in its bullpen. 2-1 on Dingler. Burke into his motion deals. Low and away. It goes 3 balls and a strike. Got Hagen Smith, a left-hander, getting loose. Tigers have done a nice job today hitting to a pitcher who does not give up runs very often. 3-1 the count on Dingler, the pitch. That's high. It's ball 4.
That's been his problem. Burke's today's command. He just has not been able to find the slider or the fastball. So he's thrown a lot of knuckle curve balls. And it looks like that might be the end of his day. Will Venables going out.
Yeah, the walks were a problem today for Sean Burke. He's going to depart this ball game after 4 1/3 innings of work. So the Tigers have a man on first base and Dylan Dingler. Colt Keith will be the batter after the break.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big leagues. It's just fun. It's fun to interact with people, like the fans, because a lot of my followers are baseball fans. So it's nice to interact with them on a topic that's not baseball. A lot of people seem to rally around that. I mean, who doesn't love good food?
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Island is proud to be the official chili of the Detroit Tigers.
Left-hander Hagen Smith is the new pitcher for the White Sox with his call to the bullpen, brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, and he will face a pinch hitter in Eduardo Valencia. So it was Colt Keith's spot in the lineup. Colt goes 2 for 2 with a homer, a single, and a pair of runs scored, and Eduardo Valencia takes outside for ball 1. What do you got on Hagen Smith?
Four-seam cutter, slider. He likes the slider more to the lefties, more four-seam cutter to the righties, but hasn't pitched a lot in the big leagues, only his second game.
0-1 is a swing and a foul, third base side, evening up the count at a ball and a strike.
The cutter's about 89. The four-seam will run up 94, 95, but it's a short arm delivery, low 3/4, almost sidearm slot.
His first career appearance against the Tigers. Last pitch on the 12th against Cincinnati. This one looped into the seats of Fallon. Valencia's in a hole 1-2. Eduardo Valencia has been an extra base hit machine. 12 of his 21 hits have gone for extra bases. And on first is Dylan Dingler. His 4-3 Tigers pitch to Valencia, backs away from the four-seamer in. That evens up 2-2. Hagen Smith, White Sox number 4 prospect, is 2-2. Valencia frozen, called strike 3 on a four-seamer at the bottom of the zone.
That's where that four-seam plays. I mean, he does not get his arm back far at all. It is a very short arm motion coming around his body, and to throw a ball 94 with that slot and as short as his arm is, that's a challenge.
It's like alligator arm.
Yeah,
almost every time he throws the ball.
It is a short, about as short arm of delivery as I've ever seen in major leagues.
Left on left here with Zach McKinstry, who will take a strike.
And you know, out of the bullpen, one key factor can be just kind of that funky delivery. Something different. Guys don't see it often. It's hard to time up.
He was the White Sox first-round pick, number 5 overall out of Arkansas in 2024. The 0-1, swinging a foul straight back. And it's 0-2. Primarily a starter in the minor leagues. Spent all of this season prior to his call-up with AAA Charlotte. Appeared in 20 games, started 14 of those. 0-2 to McKinstry. Pulled on the ground, foul, first base side. Good again at no balls and 2 strikes. Smith working first base side of the rubber. 0-2. McKinstry puts it on the ground towards second. Ranging into the outfield was Mydroth. He will field flip on to first. Tigers will strand a man on base. 5 innings in the books. It's 4-3.
This is my 1994 Topps card. This is an action shot. You know, I have no idea what I did this pitch, but it shows me, you know, good form. You know, head down, looking at the path of the ball, swing the bat, front leg sort of straight. Yeah, I think that was a good at bat. I'm gonna swear by it. I think I hit a home run this time.
Andy Pages hammers one way back. Forget about it. Dodgers take the lead. First pitch of the 8th inning. Andy ambush. 3-2 Dodgers. First lead of the night for LA.
108. I mean, not just did he get it, but he got under and just crushed this cutter. Hard to take your eyes off it.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Participation may vary. Promotion pricing may be lower than meal pricing. Most locations open early.
Meijer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit.
3, final line on Tiger starter Drew Anderson today. It's brought to you by Figer Law. Drew went a season-high 5 innings, 3 runs on 4 hits. He walked 2, and he struck out 5, and he's in line for a win today. New Tiger pitcher is Tyler Holton. This pitching change brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers, Andy.
Tyler Holton's been really good lately. The cutter changeup combo have been phenomenal, locating the 4-seam, 2-seam fastballs, both of them, and he's going to have a pinch hitter to deal with.
Randall Grichuk will pinch hit for the White Sox, and he pulls one on the ground foul. So Andrew Benintendi will finish his day 0 for 1 with a walk, and he is lifted for the right-handed bat in Grichuk.
Grichuk's made a living out of hitting left-handed pitching at the major league level and continues to do a good job of it. This year has over a 900 OPS against the lefties. We saw him yesterday come in, first pitch against Drew Summers, split the gap in left center, ended up scoring the go-ahead run.
Tyler Holton making his 53rd appearance out of the Tigers bullpen. Lefty holds the ball away from his body as he sets and delivers the 0-1. That's high, evens the count up, and a ball and a strike. Grichuk, Montgomery, and Montgomery. Here in the White Sox 6th inning. The 1-1. Cutter. It's a high called strike, not challenged, and it's 1-2. Field swung around on the pull side with Grichuk at the plate. The 1-2 pitch is upstairs, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tigers swept in a series in Chicago. They swept the White Sox here and now trying to avoid a sweep this afternoon. 2-2. Hit in the air, center field. Max Clark is on his horse. Max still going back. It's going to be over his head and right off the base of the wall. Grichuk once again. Pinch hit, extra base hit off of a lefty, and he cruises into second with a stand-up double.
That's what he does. Tyler Holton throws a fastball out over the plate, and he pummeled it to center. Max Clark went back on it quick, but there was no chance. By the time he got up to it, ball was burned over his head.
You know, similar to what we've grown accustomed to when Parker Meadows was healthy, if they've got a shot and it's within their purview, they're going to get there. That was just well over the head of Max Clark in center. So now the tying runs in scoring position for Braden Montgomery. He'll be turned around batting from the right side against the lefty. Montgomery 1 for 2 today. His first offering is fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-1.
We'll see if the White Sox can take advantage and move that runner and end up scoring him. Last time they had this situation, they did a really nice job.
That was back in the 3rd inning. Tristan Peters led off with a double. Drew Romo put one on the pull side to advance. This pitch is flown to center. Max Clark going back tells Zach Kinstry he's got it. Runner tagging. Clark uncorks a throw towards third, but advancing to third base is Grichuk. And the White Sox have the tying run at third base for Colson Montgomery.
That's the game they've been playing. It was a good job by Braden Montgomery. You could see him trying to work the big part of the field, trying to hit the ball the other way to move that runner, and does just that. Hits a fly ball deep to right center to do it.
Tigers will now be forced to draw the infield in all the way around. Colson Montgomery 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. Base hit, deep fly ball ties the ball game. Tigers leading 4-3. First pitch. Colson Montgomery takes down and away from Tyler Holton for ball 1. Tigers built a 3-0 lead after 2. White Sox got on the board in the top of the 3rd inning. Tigers went back up by 3 with a run in the bottom of the 4th. As Montgomery fouls one away at home plate, and it's 1-1. And the White Sox put up 2 in the top of the 5th on a Drew Romo 2-run home run. Make it a 1-run game. A strike on Montgomery. Holton trying to work around a leadoff double. Nautical takes a couple of steps back at third base. Here's the 1-1. High and tight. Sinker missed up. 2 balls and a strike. Tyler pitched twice in the Cleveland series. It's his 8th appearance in the month of August. 2-1. Foul off the end of the bat, straight to the backstop, evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good pitch right there. A little sinker right on the outside edge. Gets the foul ball. Now in a 2-2 count. He's got the chance to try to get swing and miss for a pitch here. It'd be interesting to see if he goes with the sinker away, or if he sticks with that, or the sweeper away, or tries to go with the sinker to freeze him.
Season really turned around for Tyler Holton with a really good month of June.
Kind of like all the
I guess
roster.
It's a fair assessment, Andy Dirks. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Colson Montgomery. Runner on third and only 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. Long hold deals. Swinging a chop to first, foul. Montgomery stays alive. Will do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Andy, right there, that encapsulates what the White Sox have been able to do this entire series. Pitcher's pitch, just fought it off to stay alive in the at-bat.
Spoiled it. Yeah, need to get a swing and miss here. See if Holton can dial up one of the sweepers.
2-2. Broken bat, line drive up the middle, base hit to center. White Sox tie it. Colson Montgomery's 2nd hit of the game. That was a cutter away. Just put the bat on it. Drove it up through the middle.
Anytime the infield's drawn in, the chances of a hit increase dramatically. This is a cutter that was up and away from Montgomery, and he just puts a swing on it, hits it very soft. Broke his bat back through the box, but when the infield's in, enough to get it by Gleyber Torres.
Robust 73 miles an hour on the exit velocity there, but it got the job done. It's Chase Mydroth.
It's just interesting not to go with something slower to try to get swing and miss. You know, you go with the 89 mile an hour cutter versus the 92 mile an hour sinker.
4-4 ball game in the 6th inning. Pitch inside. It's 2-0. Seemed like Tyler sprang it a little bit today.
A little more than he has, yeah. but not terrible. It was a good piece of hit. Lead off the inning.
2-0 is taken for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 2-1 the counts. The White Sox have scored 3 unanswered runs to tie this ball game up at 4 apiece. Short lead at first for Montgomery. Torkelson holds him on 2-1. Inside corner four-seamer, a called strike, evens the count 2-2. Andy, the White Sox have just had an answer for everything the Tigers have done in this series. The 2-2 pitch. That's low, runs the count full.
When you play the best team in the division, the team that's leading the division, they're going to give you a good game. There's a reason that here we are in the middle of August, and they are leading the AL Central.
Well, and it was a White Sox team that came in limping a little. 3-2. Ball 4 low. So Holton has given up 2 hits and a walk, and that pushes the go-ahead man into scoring position for Chicago for Tristan Peters, the last guy the Tigers want to see at the plate.
Yeah, he's going to get pinch hit for, though, because of the lefty, it looks like, which I'm actually fine with. The way Peters has hit this series.
And I'm sure Tyler Holton is as well.
He can do no wrong. He came in like on a 2-for-40 streak, and then Peters just went ballistic this series. But they're going to go talk about Brenton Doyle is going to pinch hit, and Chris Fetter's going to go out and have a quick word. Remember, hey, this is how we want to pitch this guy. This is a big spot here. Go ahead, run at second.
Tigers and White Sox knotted at 4 apiece here in the 6th inning. Chris Fetter for a mound visit. There is action. Jacob Wagaspak is warming in the Tigers bullpen. So Holton has come in, gave up a leadoff double to Randall Gridchick. Scoring on the Colson Montgomery base hit. Chase Mydroth walk, putting runners on first and second for the pinch hitter Brenton Doyle. Doyle, who just came over to the White Sox from the Rockies. First pitch, taking a called strike on a cutter. Former 4th round pick of the Rockies in 2019. 2 on, 1 away. Double play gets Holton out of the frame. The 0-1 pitch. Up and in. Count evens, ball and a strike. Brenton Doyle, who has been more known for his defense in his young major league career. The 1-1. A heave and a miss on top of a cutter. It's 1-2.
Slid that one under the bat. Had good action on it at 89. He loves that to the righties. The cutter coming into them and down to get him to swing over it or hit a ground ball over to the third to get to double play.
1-2 the count on Doyle. Holton looks back at second. Now delivers to the plate. Got him looking. Strike 3 call on a cutter away.
After going in with the cutter, he goes away with this one and starts it off the plate. Doyle thought it looked like a ball out of hand, and it had enough bite at the end to come back on the plate and hit the outside edge. That's a good combo with the cutter to go in and then away.
Good sequencing there between Dylan Dingler and Tyler Holton. Not out of the woods yet. Here's Drew Romo, flipped around, batting from the right side against the lefty. First pitch is low for ball 1. Drew Romo, it is 7th home run of the season to pull the White Sox to within a run in the 5th inning. His first hit of the series was a big 2-run blast. The 1-0 lifted in the air, first base side, foul ground. Spencer Torkelson near the tarp, onto the track, makes the catch. And Tyler Holton wiggles himself out of a jam. White Sox get 1, they tie it up. It's a 4-4 ball game as we head.
This one, some carry to the track, to the wall. It is gone! Kalen Culpepper, his first major league hit is a home run.
I mean, I can't hold back the smile I got right now. He literally had every single one of his pitches working. The 2-seam fastball was explosive.
7 scoreless, 8 Ks, and did not allow a base runner after the 2nd inning.
Corbin Carroll all the way to the wall, and he's got it! Wow, what a catch!
Oh my goodness, what a catch by Corbin Carroll!
That might be the catch of the year in 26.
It's on its way! It's gone! Holy Waldschmidt!
Ryan Waldschmidt wins it! What a
ball game. Holy screams! It is 14 strikeouts.
Fabulous tonight. There are not enough adjectives to describe his dominance.
The Red Sox are absolutely en fuego.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Automotive Group, experience the Denver difference. Hardest Working Players brought to you by Carhartt, proud to support Detroit Tigers baseball and all the hard-working people who make it possible. What do you think about Brett Callahan for that today?
Oh, for sure.
Let's go with it.
First at bat, big triple, two-run triple. First pitch of his Major League career.
Spencer Torkelson leads off and takes ball one from White Sox lefty Hagen Smith, who's back out to work. Got the final 2 outs of the 5th inning, spelling starter Sean Burke, who went 4 1/3, allowed 4 runs on 5 hits, walked 3, struck out 2. Slider bends in for a called strike on Torkelson to even the count. Torkelson, Callahan, and Max Clark here in the Tigers' 6th inning in a 4-4 ball game. Bottom of the zone cutter called a ball. Drew Romo is challenging. Might win this one, Andy.
It looked like a good challenge.
It was. So now 1-2 on Torkelson. Torques 0 for 2 in this ball game. Popped to first, flew to right. Brenton Doyle remains in the game in center field for the White Sox. Torkelson backs away from a fastball up and inside, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Doyle can pick it in center field. A couple of gold gloves in center. His time with the Colorado Rockies. The 2-2. Torkelson lays off a slider up and away, runs it full.
Yeah, Comerica will feel as much like at home than Coors Field than any other park in the league. Big, expansive outfields. Doyle's covered the biggest one there is in Denver.
Torkelson lays off a slider up and away, and that'll put the go-ahead run on here in the 6th inning for Brett Callahan. Our good buddy Jason Beck sent over a little nugget for us with Brett Callahan. Beck had the opportunity to interview his parents today, and the story from his mom was that when he was 5 years old, he told her that he was going to be a major league ball player while they were waiting at the bus stop as Callahan. This is going to be Ben Malgeri.
A little pitch hit against the lefty, yep.
So let's finish that thought.
Yeah, the bus stop. Now
we got to finish the story here.
Yeah, at the bus stop.
The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Malgeri's in a hole 0-2. Basically, he got really upset when he was telling his mom this, and his mom was, typical parent thing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, go get an education.
Go get an education. And he proved his mom correct today, where he got up to the big leagues. The 0-2 on Ben. Down and in. Runner was going on the pitch in the dirt. Torkelson's going to scoot into second base.
Here we go. Got something brewing here. No need to wait at the bus stop anymore. Torque just goes ahead and gets after it. This is a little ball that was down, and Romo just missed it. Went down under his glove. Hit home plate umpire Adam Beck, or it would have went to the backstop.
1-2 the count on Malgeri. Here's the pitch. Line drive. Oh, my goodness. Right at Hagen Smith, and somehow he made the catch. I heard the ball hit body. Did he just cradle that, Andy?
He did. It was a line drive. Hard hit off the bat of Malgeri, right back at him, and out of self-defense. Hagen Smith just kind of curls up a little bit as he's standing, and the ball just happened to stay in his arm. But that one hit him right in the rib cage, right in the solar plex, in the gut, right in that area where he felt it. But he'll take the out in that situation. Good job by Torque to get back. Malgeri goes, "Are you okay? Why did you catch it? This was really bad for me. But I'm glad you're okay."
Would that be right in the gullet?
Well, the gullet's in the neck, isn't it? Yeah, the gullet.
Oh.
I think so. I was a biology
department,
major, but my anatomy is
research department. Where's the gullet?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the gullet is where the birds kind of crush the grain as it goes in their gullet. They eat little rocks. It helps with the digestion. That's how they start it.
Man on second in this 4-4 ball game.
That was a fortunate break, though, for the White Sox. That ball was hit hard right back through the box.
I mean, it was 106 off the bat.
And that could have went any direction, could have ricocheted, could have done something, but instead,
he cradled.
Got the out.
Here's Max Clark, 1 for 2. First pitch, Max shows bunt, pulls back, takes ball 1. That may have been worth a challenge from Romo, though it looks like it was just maybe a skosh below the zone. 4-4 Tigers and White Sox, 6th inning. Time called by Clark. Third baseman Miguel Vargas off the bag, but in on the grass. Shortstop Colson Montgomery playing in the back pocket of the runner Spencer Torkelson, who represents the go-ahead run, the 1-0. Hard hit ball towards second base. Right at Chase Meidroth. He will scoop flip to first. Torque advances to third. 2 down with a man on third for Javi Baez.
Yeah, gullet, it's the esophagus.
Okay.
So, gullet would be a throat shot. Let's see if Javi can put a shot out there, get in the grass, and take the lead.
It's the tube, according to Tim Jetski, that connects everything.
Well, the esophagus is the tube that connects everything. The mouth to the intestines, also known as the
anatomy
gullet.
with Andy Dirks. Nonetheless, here's Javi Baez. Up and away, ball 1. Tigers built themselves a 4-1 lead. White Sox have battled back to tie the game at 4 apiece. Tigers can retake the lead with a base hit with a man on third. Bobby today 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice in the second, grounded out in the fourth. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Evens the count at 1-1. It's a pretty good arm out there in Hagen Smith.
Yeah, it's funky. That short arm lefty delivery is hard to pick up for these hitters.
A 1-1. Down and in, 2 balls and a strike.
Good job by Romo to bat that one down. That was the same one that got by him for Torkelson to advance from first to second. So good adjustment, opens the glove up, keeps it down. Pass ball would be great.
Torkelson off third, 2 balls and a strike on Baez. The pitch in on the hands, fouled over the net and into the seats. It's 2-2. Turned out to be a very nice day here at Comerica Park. It's a little on the muggy side, high humidity day in downtown Detroit. Ball has been flying. 2-2 from Smith, swinging a chop left side, circling around as Montgomery throw to first in time, and the Tigers will strand a man on third base. We go to the 7th, Tigers and White Sox.
Geloff reinstated from the 10-day injured list.
Geloff drives it left center field. It has been quite some time since we've had a Geloff shot, but boy does it feel good. Welcome back, Zach Geloff. The A's lead 3-1. His 12th of the year, his 30th RBI.
Tremendous shot to left center, 456 feet.
And Zach Geloff said, "Get off me, ball."
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
You know, we like to stay on topic here, but squirrel. Squirrel.
What? Where?
Squirrel.
Where?
Oh, no.
How about that? That went right up into the batter's eye, into the camera position. How about that?
Whoa, that one will fall into the White Sox dugout.
Well, it looks like he's still aggravated about being traded away. She's so excited she just threw it back. That was off the ledge, too. We can't get that down.
How do you get out, though? That's the problem. There's no exit.
Seventh inning is brought to you by the Snefkamp Automotive family, celebrating 100 years and count 4 great Michigan locations. Tigers and White Sox tied 4-4. Final game of this weekend series. Tigers trying to avoid a sweep. Kyle Finnegan warming in the Tigers bullpen. Tyler Holton gave up a run in the 6th. Is back out top of the card for the White Sox here in the 7th. Sam Antonacci leads off. He'll take up and in for ball 1. Antonacci's 0 for 3. 3 ground ball outs for the White Sox leadoff man. Crowd of over 34,000 here on this Sunday afternoon. Rain has held off, breaking ball up, and it's 2-0 on Antonacci.
And now we're down to the battle of the bullpens here.
Either starter factoring in the decision today. Drew Anderson was good for 5 innings. Pitch is up, and it's gone 3-0 now on Antonacci. Command just slightly off today for Tyler Holton.
Yeah, he's usually pretty good at getting back into a count, even if he falls behind.
Allowed a run for the first time since July 31st, and there's a cold strike on a sinker that clips the inside edge. 3 balls and a strike. Antonacci, Murakami, and Vargas. Guessing AJ wants Holton for the lefties, and then bring in perhaps Finnegan for Miguel Vargas. 3-1. Ball 4 up. Leadoff walk to start the 7th. Then Malgiri remaining in the game. He's in left field. Checking that out-of-town scoreboard from the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios, brought to you by Meijer, the official grocery retailer of the Tigers radio network. Yankees 2, Blue Jays 1 in the 7th inning. Dylan Cease, nice outing for him today, 6 1/3. Cardinals have a 2-0 lead on the Cubs in the 1st inning. First pitch to Murakami, high and away on a sweeper for ball 1. How about the debut yesterday for Joshua Baez?
Never seen anything like it. I doubt we ever will.
First time in Major League history someone has started their career with 3 home runs in the first 3 at-bats. Check swing, and it's fouled back. Count evens up, ball and a strike.
That was just pure insanity. Like after you hit 1, you go, wow, what a big moment. Then you hit 2 and you go, incredible, could never, what a feat. Just capped it off. Might be the greatest OPS that will ever be.
1-1. Murakami lifts it deep to left. Going back is Malgiri. He's at the track. He is at the wall, and it is gone. A home run. Onitaka Murakami goes opposite field. A 2-run blast in the 7th inning, and the White Sox take a 6-4 lead on the Tigers.
Seen the White Sox power be the difference so far in this series. Romo hit a home run to right, a 2-run shot earlier, and now Murakami takes a sinker that was center cut after Holton walked the leadoff guy. Just location, gain ya. That's a guy with a lot of pop. He gets it up in the air, hits it deep to left center, right into those left center field seats. That was a shot over the bullpen.
Just muscle it out. A.J. Hinch is out. It's the first time Tyler Holton has allowed 3 runs in a ball game. It's way back on April 20th. We'll step aside for this Tigers call to the bullpen. It's 6-4 White Sox in the top of the.
An easy one again for Olerud, or is it going to be? Oh, it's going to be neither.
Fly on the infield. Alicea coming in, and a collision, and the ball drops.
Popped up. Ordonez, Alfonso. Oh! They both look at each other, and it bounces free.
Shallow center.
Chico. Oh! Dropped the ball. Oh! And it drops it a couple of times.
Burrell doesn't see it. He doesn't see it.
Can add on to this 2-0 lead as he faces the left-hander King. 1-2 pitch, and he drives it deep to center. Adelson Sanoa to the wall. He goes leaping. That is gone. Dead center Matt Olson has been crushing the baseball since the break. And that is his 32nd home run of the year. RBI number 70. About 422 feet to the deepest part of the yard.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
CircleLasVegas.com. That's CircleLasVegas.com.
As he gives way to Tanner Rainey, right-hander out of the Tiger bullpen with his Tiger pitching change, brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. White Sox have taken their first lead of the ball game. Taka Murakami with an opposite field two-run home run, his 28th of the year, his second home run of the series, giving the White Sox the lead as Miguel Vargas takes a slider low from Tanner Rainey.
We've seen Rainey come out, four-seam slider. A four-seam runs up 97 miles an hour. A little more swing and miss on the slider. Command was his issue, and he's settled in, and AAA done a nice job.
That one through the wickets of Dylan Dingler on a spiked slider, and the count goes to 2-0. Still nobody out here in the seventh inning. Inning started with a Sam Antonacci walk, and Murakami goes the other way with a two-run home run. So Tyler Holton gives up three, and the first time since April, and he has given up 3 runs in an outing. 2-0 to Vargas. Swing and a chop foul third base side. It's 2-1.
Now you got to hold him here. That bullpen has been pretty stout for the White Sox this year. We saw the arms that roll out of there. A lot of guys throwing out triple-digit fastballs. Good breaking stuff.
It's been an aberration today for Tigers pitching. Tigers best in the league pitching in day games this season. 2-1. That's low, and Rainey falls behind 3 balls and a strike.
Well, this White Sox offense is clicking on all cylinders. You know, coming into this series, they hadn't put up as good a numbers as they had more recently in the season, earlier on, and they came in and just have destroyed the baseball.
Pitch away, and that's ball 4. So not what you want to do with the first batter you face coming into a ball game that's 2 walks in the inning for the Tigers bullpen. And now Randall Grichuk, who got things started in the 6th inning with a leadoff double, remains in that DH spot for Wolf Edible. Grichuk a perfect 3 for 3 in this series. Runner on first is Vargas. First pitch from Rainey. It's a called strike, 4-seamer bottom of the zone, and Grichuk's going to challenge. So what say you, big scoreboard? And Grichuk's going to win the challenge.
Chicago has 1 challenge remaining.
Each team with 1 challenge remaining in this ball game. Braden Montgomery on deck. A 1-0. Grichuk takes ball too low, and Rainey has fallen behind both hitters he has faced here in the 7th inning. Andy, coming into the game today, the Tigers had a 3.09 ERA in day games. And we're not talking just best in the big leagues as Grichuk flies one to left center. Malgeri and Clark converge in the alley. It'll be Max Clark who takes it for out number 1. But that's top 5 all-time in the live ball era for pitching in day games.
No, they've pitched the ball well. You know, they came in and have just unfortunately faced a White Sox lineup that is playing their best baseball of the year. Less swing and miss than we were expecting for sure.
I think that's been the biggest surprise of this series.
Yeah.
Because we've seen the White Sox now for 2 other series, and they have been susceptible to the swing and miss all year. Not so much this weekend. Way inside on Braden Montgomery for a ball.
And so you had the contact, and they got some hits to fall. Ground balls got through the hole, and then add the power element to that, you're going to score a lot of runs.
Rainey's 1-0. Low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
But the good news is you still got, if you can get through this inning, you still got 3 innings to score a couple runs. Try to get, you can get right back in this game.
Kyle Finnegan was up and warming. Tigers bullpen silent at the moment. 2-0 on Braden Montgomery. To chase a slider, a swinging strike.
We just aren't we're not accustomed to this Tigers pitching staff to giving up leads. Generally, you know, the Tigers take a lead early in a ball game. It's like, yep, it's been maybe add on, but this is
really since the calendar turned to June. This was a problem for the team in May. But once the calendar hit June, the Tigers have been very good at protecting leads. 2 balls and a strike on Braden Montgomery. Runner on first is Miguel Vargas. Double play would be huge right here. Switch hitting Montgomery, batting from the left side, the 2-1. Low called strike, and Braden Montgomery is going to challenge.
Strike, the batter is challenged.
This one is going to be confirmed. Strike 2, so the White Sox out of challenges.
Adam Beck is like,
he's got a sigh of relief. Finally, I'm not going to get challenged. White Sox, they're trying to become the first team in Major League Baseball history to make the playoffs after back-to-back 100-loss seasons. 2-2, swinging a chop foul first base side. And only 3 teams have ever made the playoffs following a 100-loss season.
It's a pretty incredible turnaround. And we're halfway through August. There's still a month and a half left of baseball to play, but they've been very consistent all year. No peaks and valleys. Just played solid ball.
The 2-2. Just off the plate inside on a slider, runs the count full.
Dingler's working that frame hard back there, knowing that the White Sox are out of challenges. All he has to do now is trick the eye of Adam Beck if it is a ball. Dingler's one of the best in the league at making them look like strikes.
And that's a big advantage when your opponent is out of challenges. 3-2. Away, ball 4. Second walk issued by Rainey. Third of the inning for the Tigers, and the White Sox now with men at first and second for Colson Montgomery, who's got a pair of hits.
Yeah, this is the nightmare scenario for AJ Hinch when you get your bullpen comes out and allows some free passes against a team that slugs. It gets really difficult. You're just making it a lot harder on yourselves than it would have to be. In one pitch you make a mistake on can lead to a crooked number.
Chris Fetter out to the mound to have a chat with Tanner Rainey. He's fallen behind all 3 hitters that he has faced. He walked Vargas, induced a fly out from Grichuk, and then Braden Montgomery followed it up with a walk. Batters Colson Montgomery with 2 on and 1 out. Still can get out of it with a double play. Bring up the White Sox slug, Andy. They are second in the American League, a .412 slug. Only one team has a higher slugging percentage, and that's .413 with the Houston Astros. Got a fellow by the name of Yordan Alvarez, I'm sure, has contributed healthily to that line. First pitch called strike on Colson Montgomery, and it's 0-1. White Sox leading the American League, 593 runs scored. The 0-1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Montgomery.
Good high fastball right there from Rainey. That's one of the spots you can get Colson Montgomery. High 4-seam fastball and the breaking ball down out of the zone. You do not want to hang the breaking ball to him, and if you throw the fastball around the middle of the plate and down, he can do a lot of damage.
First and second, 1 out here in the 7th inning. White Sox lead the Tigers 6-4. Tigers have led this game by as many as 3 runs, and they've done it twice this afternoon. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him.
He just threw a mad fastball right by him. Call that the angry fastball.
Angry fastball at 98. Belt high, and he swung right through it. 2 gone.
Big strikeout there for Rainey to make it 2 outs. Now he's got to face the discerning eye and bat to ball skills. Chase Meidroth.
Meidroth 0 for 2 with a walk today. 2 on and 2 out here in the 7th. First pitch down and in, ball 1. This team is susceptible to the swing and miss. Came into the game today 4th in the American League in strikeouts. The 1-0 Way outside off the glove of Dingler. This is going to advance both base runners. Miguel Vargas up to third. Braden Montgomery's up to second. Probably a wild pitch.
Yeah, I guess that was about 4 feet to Dylan Dingler's right. It was a fastball. Held on to it a little bit too long there, Gainey.
Well, now this becomes an even bigger at bat. The lead for the White Sox is 2, and they've got runners at second and third. A base hit can make it an 8-4 game. Rainey's 2-0. In for a cold strike one on a slider.
It's a good job by Dingler understanding he needs to get a pitch back in the zone. The fastball he sprayed.
Chase Mydroth, he's a 280 hitter, 0 for 2 today. As Andy said, really good bat to ball skills. 2-1, down and in, 3-1. These misses have not been just off the plate misses from Tanner Rainey. They have been big misses. 3 balls and a strike on Mydroth. Rainey from the belt delivers 3-1. High called strike.
Oh, Adam Beck elevates the strike zone.
That's why it's important to hang on to a challenge,
man,
right?
That's a big call right there.
That is a big miss, and it runs the count full. Third time Mydroth has worked a full count in this ball game. Rainey's 3-2 pitch. Got him looking. Strike 3 called. Bit of an adventure, but Tanner Rainey gets out of the jam with back-to-back strikeouts. That sends us to the 7th inning stretch. It's presented by DTE. Score energy savings this season and manage your energy bill when you visit DTE.com/save-energy. 6-4 White Sox at the stretch. Here on the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love the Detroit Tigers. You love spending a day at Comerica Park. We also know what you don't love, standing in line. So we made a VIP entrance, so you could do more of the things you love and less of the things you don't. All you have to do is bank with Comerica. With your Comerica bank card, you'll feel like a VIP the moment you walk in, just like you do at our bank. Learn more at comerica.com/yourpark. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC.
In the game of life, science is undefeated. It doesn't stand still or accept limits. It learns, adapts, and evolves. That's why at Henry Ford Health, we don't just follow science, we advance it. Breaking new ground, asking tougher questions, turning discovery into life-changing outcomes. Because if science is where progress begins, this is where science leads. Science for the win. Henry Ford Health. We are Henry. Learn more at henryford.com/science for the win.
It's football season in the Motor City, and the energy is off the charts. Hi, Matt Garco here with Bill Brown Ford. At Bill Brown Ford, our team is ready to blitz the competition every single day. We don't fumble on service. We huddle daily to make sure you get the best deals on your next.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Top of the card for the Tigers here in the 7th inning.
Little sinker changeup combo for Brazabon. He's got a good arm. He throws 96-mile-an-hour sinkers. He loves to work that in on the righties. He'll throw the changeup to both the lefties and the righty. Once in a while, he'll go four-seam. cutter or slider, but that's a very small piece of an arsenal. Pretty much a two-pitch guy.
Brazoban began the season with the Mets. He was traded over to the White Sox at the deadline. First pitch from the right-hander to Gleyber Torres, misses down and away, and that's ball one. Hagen Smith, he was good in relief for Chicago today, inning in 2/3. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Gleyber takes ball two on a sinker away, and it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Brazoban is susceptible to walking people. Command has been an issue off and on for him.
The 2-0. Gleyber rips this one up the left field line that touches down. It's going to roll a long way. Way over to cut it off as Antonacci, as Gleyber turns and heads towards second, and he is in with his 10th double of the year.
See if this offense can provide a little fire, a little energy. Always good to start off with a double and a 2-0 count. He gets a cutter out over the middle of the plate, hooks it down the left field line, and the Tigers got a little something to be happy about here at Comerica. The fans getting up out of their seats. Kevin McGonigal coming up to the plate.
If ever there was a time for the McGonigoggles, it would be right now.
Oh, yeah, it would be a beautiful sight to see one of those go over that right field fence.
Dan on second. First pitch to McGonigal. Popped up. Third base side into shallow left. Racing out Vargas, racing in Antonacci. Antonacci waving his arm, says he's got it. So McGonigal flies out, and there's one gone for Dylan Dingler. Brazoban. 46 appearances with the Mets this season. He was 5-2 with a 2.56 ERA. 0 of 3 in save chances. White Sox with more action in their bullpen. Sean Newcomb, the funky left-hander, getting loose. Here's Dylan Dingler. 0 for 2 with a walk. First pitch, ding, takes a cold strike, bottom of the zone. Sinker at 97. It's a live arm with Brazoban. The 0-1. Dingler rips this one down the left field line. It's fair. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Here comes Gleyber Torres. Dingler heads to second. It's an RBI double, and the Tigers climb to within a run. It's 6-5 White Sox.
Needed the big guy in a big spot. Brazoban throws a lot of sinkers. He tries to run one in on the hands of Dylan Dingler. He's had enough. Nice, short, quick stroke. Staying inside the baseball on a pitch that was in off the plate.
And Andy, we saw it right there with Dingler. Just puts the handle of the bat in his back pocket, pulls the hands in, and that's what he does so well. And now he represents the tying run at second base for Eduardo Valencia, who puts one in the air up the right field line. This one curling towards the seats, a foul.
Just keep plugging away. Take your at-bats. Each one matters. Pitch to pitch. See if Valencia can do a little something here. He's been a special player since being called up in big spots for the Tigers.
0 for 1 today. Takes upstairs. Count evens up. Mullen a strike. Brazoban, he was a late bloomer. Got into pro ball in 2012. Didn't make it up to the major leagues until 2022 with Miami. A 1-1. Swinging a chopper left side. Gloved by Montgomery, the shortstop. He flips on to first. Gets Valencia 2 gone. It's up to Zach McKinstry to get that man home from second. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Detroit Tigers. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the Detroit Tigers. Will Venable is going to make the walk out to the mound, and that'll be the end of the day for Brazoban. With Zemak coming to the plate. White Sox.
How about the different personalities of those 2 home runs? But they both sounded like home runs off the bat.
Well, they sure did.
The Brew Crew, pitching and defense, the name of the game. And Luis Lara has done it twice.
Yeah, this is Cam Schlittler. 11 strikeouts, no walks, taking that American League ERA lead down even farther.
Eric Hill with a walk-off single, passed it on in infield, and the Phillies finally get their 4th walk-off victory of the season, a 7-6 win in 12 over the Jays.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 102. A half-hearted effort out of Roden, and that is strikeout number 200 on this season for Jacob Mizorowski. Folks, it is August the 9th.
We do it all right here in Michigan. At Carmanis, you can get a second opinion appointment within 7 days. Call us at 1-800-CARMANIS.
White Sox pitching change brought to you by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm. A high slurve for a called strike one.
Yeah, he's got a lower arm slot too. Throws the slurve and that upshoot four seam to the right-handed hitters.
A lot of different looks in this White Sox bullpen as Lee has to jump out of the way. He doubled up on the slurve, and the count evens up. Ball and a strike. Through an inning and third scoreless on Friday night with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Newcomb, his 46th appearance, has opened 2 games. The 1-1. Four-seamer leaks away. It's 2 balls and a strike. Dylan Dingler, the man on second. 1-run ball game, 6-5. Tigers trail, and Lee could not hold up on the slurve out of the zone that time. A little half swing, he went around. It's 2-2.
That back foot slurve is what Newcomb likes against these righties to get swing and miss.
It's filthy because it starts as a strike and then just darts. 2 balls, 2 strikes on how you lead the pinch hitter. Newcomb slightly open on the mound as he kicks and deals on the 2-2. Lee shoots it to first, and a sliding backhand stop by Murakami. Flips to the pitcher, covering, just beats Lee to the bag. The Tigers will strand a runner in scoring position. Nice play by Murakami. It's 6-5 White Sox. We're off to the 8th inning here on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic.
Towards center field. Here comes Crawford on the run. Slides, and he makes the catch.
You can hit it anywhere, but you can't hit it near the crowd zone.
Oh, what a catch by Carey.
He dives. What a catch. Quan goes into a dive. He tumbles and makes the catch. Jacob Marcy can go get it with anybody in the big leagues, and he takes another homer away. Diving catch by Brady House saves a run. Peters and Doyle going back, and Peters makes the grab. Mitchell dives. We're going to extra innings. He slides. He makes a great play. Throw to first. Double play. Flip in time. Yes, sir. And he makes a sliding catch. Half chasing, diving, and he makes the catch. Duran, he will slide and make the play.
And a sliding attempt at a great catch by Dalton Varsho.
Going back is Lara, still going back, jumping up, and he made the catch, leaping on the warning track.
I'm Jonathan Mayer, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Six-5 White Sox lead the Tigers. We're in the top of the 8th inning here at Comerica Park, and we'll step aside for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Eighth inning is brought to you by Varsity Ford of Ann Arbor. Greg Gagne, Andy Dirks with you on this, what turned out to be a gorgeous Sunday afternoon here at Comerica Park in downtown Detroit. Tigers down a run. Tiger pitching change is brought to you by the Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Jacob Wagaspak is on. Andy?
Four-seam cutter change. We've seen it all year. He's done a really nice job. boasting a 1.44 ERA.
First pitch to Brenton Doyle is lifted in the air to left. New left fielder Javi Baez cruises in. He makes the catch. Doyle retired, 1 gone.
Waguespack's a good look out of the bullpen. He's dramatically over the top. That's a 68-degree arm angle, which means he's basically throwing it at a vertical orientation, just kind of moves his head out of the way, and it's been very effective for him. Four-seam plays up, gets swing and miss on that pitch. Cutter, he can get it off the barrel with, and the changeup, some swing and miss down at the bottom rail.
He's been a nice pickup and a nice addition to this Tigers bullpen, Andy.
You know, in his first, second outing, he gave up 2 home runs, and you go, oh, I don't know how this is going to play, but since then, he's been dominant.
1-1 record, a 1.44 ERA. Waguespack deals to Drew Romo, who swings and misses at a curveball. He gave up the 2 home runs to Houston in his second appearance in a Tigers uniform, and he's allowed 1 homer since that time. Pitch a called strike on a changeup, and it's 0-2. Last through on Friday night against these White Sox, inning in the third scoreless. The 0-2 is in the dirt. Ball and 2 strikes. Had a 1.74 ERA in July. Has not allowed a run over 5 2/3 innings in the month of August. Ball and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a tap foul right behind home plate. Do it again at 1-2. 20th appearance for Waguespack since the Tigers picked him up. Tanner Rainey went an inning. Walked 2, struck out 2, no runs, no hits. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a hard hit, ground ball foul, first base side. That was close. Spencer Torkelson helping out Diane Iasonia at first. Hey, that's foul.
Yep, definitely. On the outside part of the bag. Hooked around, it hit chalk, but it hit chalk about 4 feet in front of first base and continued to hook foul.
1-2 the count on Romo. He homered back in the 5th inning, his 7th homer of the season, 1 for 3 at the plate today. The 1-2. That's low, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Drew Romo was drafted out of high school by the Rockies, swinging a ground ball out to second. Scooped by Gleyber Torres. He flips to first. The first 2 retired by Waguespack here in the 8th. Back to the top of the lineup for Sam Antonacci. He drew a walk to start the 7th inning. Came around to score on the Murakami 2-run homer. First pitch to Antonacci is taken for a called strike 1. Antonacci, his rookie season with the White Sox, has played a fine left field, has contributed at the plate. 278 average entering play today. A little bit of pop with 8 homers. The 0-1. Swinging a ground ball to first. Spencer Torkelson charges, gloves, steps on the bag. 3 up, 3 down for Jacob Waguespack, and that sends this game to the bottom of the 8th inning.
You know what happened in 2014.
A World Series win for the San Francisco Giants.
Look at how clean that is. The gold, I don't know if you guys know what the gold means, but the gold means you are the World Series champions from the year before. But it's the honor of a lifetime, getting to win back-to-back World Series championships with 2 different teams.
I got these Topps 1994 baseball cards, Series 2. I collect them like everybody else did back in the 70s. Eventually threw them all away. We didn't save them, and I'm sure they're worth millions now. Let's see what I have here. Ken Griffey Jr., probably the best baseball player I've ever played with in my entire life. Oh man, Lou Whitaker, Bobby Bonilla, Bo Jackson, the best 2-sport player ever.
Te encantan los jugadores.
te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Go White Sox 6-5. Good crowd, over 34,000 on this Sunday afternoon. It's rainy this morning. Cleared up nicely, just cloud cover overhead, and Spencer Torkelson leads off. Whoa! First pitch from Sean Newcomb. That one sailed to the backstop. I don't even know if that was close enough to say it was in the left-handed batter's box, Andy.
No, that would have been way behind a left-handed hitter. Let go of it a little too early there. It slipped out of his hand. It looked like he was trying to throw a slider. Popped out, and it's a 1-0 count. Freebie for Torque.
The 1-0. Torque takes a slurve for a called strike, evening things up. Six-5 White Sox, eighth inning, 1-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball up. And it's a 1-2 count. The White Sox give you so many different looks and arm angles out of that bullpen as Torque get a little extra pine tar.
Yeah, that's one of the superpowers of any bullpen is having different looks. They got a lot of guys that are lower arm slot, but they throw it in a variety of ways. We've seen Smith, the short armor, and now we see Newcomb, who's big, tall lefty, with the long arm.
1-2 is a bouncer up the middle, ranging over is Montgomery. The shortstop has to hurry. Picks and throws out Torkelson for out number one. Now Ben Malgiri. Ben had a hard liner that clocked off of Hagen Smith back in the sixth inning when he pinch hit for Brett Callahan. Ben had the 2-homer game in the series opener against the White Sox. First pitch is down and away in ball one. Newcomb has held opponents to a 179 batting average this season as he misses on the slurve to Malgiri. It goes 2-0.
Advantage count. You know Malgiri's going to want to do damage here. See if he gets a four seam and can get out in front of his body.
The 2-0 pitch up and away. 3 balls and no strikes. Base is empty, 1 out in the Tiger eighth. 3-0. All 4 away. Ben Malgiri draws the 4-pitch walk and puts the tying run aboard for Max Clark.
See if Max can make something happen here. You got a tough assignment with a lefty that throws way across his body. You got to keep your front shoulder in, not try to do too much with the baseball. When a guy's got a slurve like Newcomb does, look to hit the ball to left field. That'll keep you on the spinner. He's not an overpowering arm. 93, 94 mile an hour.
Vargas pulled in at third. Shortstop shaded up the middle. First pitch to Clark. Does a slurve that misses down and away for ball one. And Drew Romo, sensing things going awry, will head out to the mound to have a chat with Newcomb.
Yeah, he's been a little all over the map since that first pitch that he threw to Spencer Torkelson went to the backstop. A lot of ball out of hand. A couple that just missed. But this is a big time. If you can get a guy that's wild, walk a couple guys, that'll put you in a position that you prefer, being down a run in the bottom of the eighth.
White Sox play for 2 up the middle. Outfield fairly straight away for Max Clark. Here's the 1-0. Down and away, 2 balls and no strikes.
This is where you got to be careful here if you're Max. You either got to decide, hey, I'm going to look to do damage here on the pull side, and I got to find a location that I like, middle in. If it's not that, just let it go.
This one swung on bounce towards Mydroth. He fields, flips to Montgomery for 1 on to first. Got him.
It was close over there at first.
A.J. Hinch has the hand up. We'll see if they decide to challenge. They will.
Call on the field is
Out at first base, Detroit's challenge.
This is the third time today. I tell you what, Andy, he's safe.
He's safe.
Replay brought to you by 1-800-CALL-SAM. When you need the right call made, it's 1-800-CALL-SAM. I don't see anything here that would...
No, that's
that's clearly. This should be very quick. Give Max credit hustling up that line. As we get other looks at it here, his foot's clearly on the bag, and the ball is not into the glove of Murakami, the first baseman. Here we go.
Field call on the field is again overturned. The runner is safe. Detroit retains their challenge.
Dan Iasonia is like, you guys have challenged me 3 times today, and I've lost all 3.
Again is overturned, Dan says. He's got a great sense of humor.
He's like, can I have whatever Adam Beck has there outage?
Yeah.
So Max Clark is aboard at first. The batter now is Javi Baez.
You know Newcomb likes to throw that back foot slider to the righties. So Javi's going to want something that starts away from his body. Out over the plate, away from him. That's the one you're going to look to pull the trigger on.
2 outs, last of the 8th. 6-5 White Sox ahead. Tying run is at first in Max Clark. Pitch to Javi Baez, up and outside, ball 1.
So these pitches aren't even close, King.
No, not at all, Andy. Clark inching away. A 1-0 from Newcomb. Swing and a miss. Change up down and in. Evens the count on a ball and a strike. Newcomb right now, Andy, and I know it's a lefty on the mound, but he is paying no attention to Max Clark at all. No. Consider putting Max in motion.
I think if he gets 2 strikes potentially, with a lefty, it's going to be a predetermined move. So you just take the risk. Does Will Venable put on a pickoff move or not? Because you're going to go first move against the lefty.
Here's the 1-1. Slurve away, 2 balls and a strike.
So as soon as Newcomb's right foot would come up, Max would go. And if they happen to put on a pickoff play, they might get you. That's the risk.
6-5 White Sox tying run on first. 2-1. Baez puts it on the ground towards third. Vargas scoops, throws on to first, and the Tigers strand a man on base. Tigers get the tying run.
If you're feeling crabby, check out some of these wild and weird moments from around the league.
Since going to tag out Bowers, who had the crab crawl back toward first base.
Is this 1-1-1-3 on the putout?
Of course, catching it is one thing.
Whoa! Got through the 5-hole?
Yeah, it sure did. Now that's what you call really struggling.
Now let's see some animal instincts on display in the field.
Nico! Behind the back, what a play!
Get a load of this.
Say hey, Austin Martin right. He made an incredible catch. And a liner caught by a leaping Bobby Witt Jr.
No question about that one.
Robles over, goes to a dive, and makes a tremendous catch.
Oh, I didn't give him a shot off the bat to come down to that baseball. Oh, highlight reel stuff from David Hamilton.
How about that?
Lindor coming up to the plate.
Lindor cranks one to deep right. Forget that. That is way out of here. Up over the chop house. What a blast. Oh, my. Francisco Lindor with the biggest home run of his career in this ballpark. Just hit maybe the longest home run of his career. A monstrous shot for his 11th of the year to make it 7-2 New York. Wow.
Fire. 5 White Sox top of the 9th inning. The 9th inning is brought to you by Comerica. Want to elevate your small business's game? Visit Comerica.com/succeed to learn how. Jacob Waguespack is back to work for the Tigers here in the top of the 9th inning. Taka Murakami will lead it off for Chicago. His 2-run home run right now, the difference in this ball game, Andy Dirks, and the first pitch that he sees is fouled off third base side. It's 0-1.
That power plays. 28th home run of the year. He hit to left center over the bullpen. It was a shot. That's what the White Sox have done this year. They've slugged.
Swinging a tap foul at home plate, and it's quickly 0-2 on Murakami.
But we have seen in this series too, Gagne, their ability to extend at bats, which was something that, coming in, we expected a lot of swing and miss. To their credit, at times they've made these pitchers really work.
He was a big-time power hitter in his time in Japan. The 0-2. That's upstairs. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Got out of the gate on fire this season. 20 home runs before June. First rookie in Major League Baseball history to accomplish that feat. He had the hamstring issue that sidelined him for about 6 weeks. That's high and away. The count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's had 7 home runs since returning from the IL. The 2-2 from Wagaspak. Popped up the elevator shaft. This one off to the third base side now. How you Lee hauling, catching, one away.
It's a good first out there for Wagaspak against the power hitting lefty. And you've seen Wagaspak's ability to keep guys off balance between the changeup, the four seam, and the cutter. Nice job of locating those pitches.
1 out, base is empty for Vargas, who's 0 for 3 with a walk. Wagaspak, the high set, the first pitch. Deals across a cutter for a called strike 1. Looking ahead, bottom of the 9th inning, the Tigers will have the top of the card. Gleyber Torres, Kevin McGonigal, Dylan Dingler, and if any of them reach, Eduardo Valencia. Wagaspak, his job, keep this at a 1-run game. 0-1. That's high, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. Really has been a breakout season for Miguel Vargas, especially in the power department with 27 home runs. A 1-1. Away on a curveball, 2 balls and a strike. One thing that Chris Getz has done, he has maximized his return on trades and signings since he's taken over the helm of the White Sox. The 2-1. Swing and a miss on a high cutter. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Andy, it's never easy when you're a general manager going into a situation where you have a team that has just been losing and losing consistently.
Yeah. You got to plan on what kind of team do we want to build, and then that's the foundation. Like with Scott Harris, he said we want to get athletic. We want to be young and athletic. We've seen McGonigal, Clark, these guys that come up, they're just that.
2-2, hammered deep to left. Baez will turn around, look up, and it's got a home run. Number 28 for Miguel Vargas, and the White Sox are back up by 2 runs at 7-5.
This White Sox offense has been no joke this series. They have played very, very well.
Andy, look at the pitch placement. That was up and out of the strike zone. He went up and tomahawked it out.
Yeah, he did. Looking heater, found a heater.
He got him to swing and miss at the high cutter, elevated the fastball even higher than that. I mean, that was letter high.
That's a great job by Vargas to get up on top of that baseball enough.
And again, it's not a bad pitch call there if you're Dingler and Wagaspak. First pitch to Randall Grichuk is up and away for ball 1. They wanted to go elevated fastball. He just hit it.
That was a good hit in there. He's had a good year. I mean, that's what this White Sox team does. They can slug.
A 1-0. Grichuk puts it in the air, foul first base side.
This series, they're on fire. And you're going to run into teams sometimes when their offense is really going well. And that's what the White Sox have been in this entire series.
And it seems like it's come in waves for them. And you see that a lot of times with younger teams at the major league level, as the 1-1 to Grichuk is flown foul first base side. Well, we were talking to Steve Stone 2 days ago. He said, we look like world beaters when we see Tampa Bay, and then we go and lose 2 of 3 to Cincinnati. So
right.
It's just been that roller coaster ride. But give this young team credit. They came in here, and they have flexed their muscles this weekend at Comerica Park. The 1-2. Down and in, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the other reality is it's still the American League, and there's still a lot of time left in this season.
For sure. I think the Tigers came off of one of the best road trips Tigers have ever had, going west for a
2-2 is low. Full count now on Grichuk.
For a 3-city road trip, and you come back and do good against the Guardians, take 2 out of 3. At some point, you're going to run into somebody that's just playing really good baseball.
3-2. Got him. Swinging a tap into the mid of Dingler. 2 outs in the 9th inning.
But to be able to compete and stay in these ball games is important, because you can still scrap one of these out. Like this game here, you never know what can happen. You still got 3 outs to play with. See if Waggy Speck can keep it here. Try to grind something out. Disappoint those White Sox before they leave Detroit.
Braden Montgomery waves and misses on top of a cutter. It's an 0-1 count, 7-5 White Sox here in the top of the 9th inning. The 0-1. Swinging a chop towards second. Gleyber Torres to his left. He will field, flip to first. Side retired. White Sox add to the lead on the Miguel Vargas homer. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Tigers down 2, 7-5 White Sox on top. You're on the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play, only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
A lot of baseball fans have some familiarity with the T206 American Tobacco card set. Of course, features the famous Hannes Wagner card. What we have here are 3 cards from the lesser-known T205 set, which really was a successor to T206. T206 came out in 1909. These 3 cards, as part of the T205 set, came out in 1911.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
Well, we certainly served it up over the plate. This is a burger fit for a home run king, the 99 burger in honor of Aaron Judge. They sell a bazillion of these at Yankee Stadium. It looks pretty good. I feel like we passed the test. What about you?
I think so.
Bottom of the 9th inning at Comerica Park. The Tigers down by 2. It is 7-5 White Sox. Sean Newcomb back to work. Gleyber Torres leads off. First pitch. Breaking ball, missing away, ball 1. Little surprised we're seeing Newcomb here again, Andy.
Yeah, he was kind of spraying the ball around last inning. The Tigers did him a favor swinging a few out of the zone.
A 1-0. Torres takes a called strike. That may have been challenge worthy.
I tell you, Adam Beck's strike zone's been big today.
Yes,
it has been tough to try to discern, man, should we go ahead and use it here or not?
The 1-1. Ooh, cuts and misses at a fastball. Looked like he was unsure of that swing. It's 1-2. How tough is that as a hitter when you have an umpire with a big strike zone and it's not established early in the ballgame?
You just got to be more aggressive.
1-2 popped up right field. Montgomery, Braden Montgomery comes in a few steps, makes the catch. Torres retired. Here's Kevin McGonigal. McGonigal hitless today. 0 for 3 with a walk. He's just 1 for 10 in this series. White Sox do have action in their bullpen. 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Tigers down 2. Newcomb delivers to McGonigal. Swings, taps it foul, first base side, 0-1. It was Trevor Richards warming in the bullpen. Tigers need a bloop and a blast to tie up this game here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Twice led this game by 3 runs, but the White Sox offense has just been so good all weekend. as McGonigal takes a slur for a called strike, and it's 0-2.
They've answered any assault the Tigers put on the White Sox. They have answered in the next inning, or within the next couple innings. They were right back on it, taking the lead back.
The 0-2. Called strike 3 on McGonigal. He snuck a sinker on the inside corner, 2 down.
That was nasty. 97 out of that left arm, just riding up and in on McGonigal.
I mean, Newcomb is very much the White Sox answer to the Tigers' Tyler Holt, where you can use him in a multitude of roles as a pretty healthy arsenal of pitches, and when he's on, he is a tough customer. Tigers down to their final out. Dylan Dingler takes high and away, ball 1. Dingler had an RBI double in the 7th inning to bring the Tigers to within a run. White Sox would add one in the top of the 9th. Dingler takes down and in, goes to 2-0. Eduardo Valencia is on deck. 2-0 on Dingler. Newcomb winds and deals. Down and in, 3-0. So now Dingler can be selective here. Need base runners in the 9th.
You got Eduardo Valencia right behind him. I would imagine if Newcomb doesn't get Dingler, he's out of the ballgame.
Dingler taking all the way on 3-0, and he takes strike 1 on a fastball.
I can't imagine them wanting to let a lefty face Valencia with a runner on and the chance to tie the ballgame.
3-1. Dingler fouls it over the net into the seats, and that runs the count full.
Step 1, though, see if Ding can get on. Walker a hit. Doesn't matter which, I'll take either. Won't you, Gagnon?
Absolutely.
Or I don't even care if they make an error. Really don't.
Any way you can to get on base.
Anyway.
3-2 the count on Dingler. Newcomb into his motion, delivers the payoff pitch. Dingler swings and misses to end the game. Tigers go 1-2-3 in the 9th inning, and the White Sox have made a statement coming into Comerica Park this weekend and sweeping the Detroit Tigers. A 7-5 final this afternoon here at Comerica Park. We will step aside and be back to chat about it on the postgame show. Tigers fall 7-5 your final here on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love the Detroit Tigers. You love spending a day at Comerica Park. We also know what you don't love, standing in line. So we made a VIP entrance, so you could do more of the things you love and less of the things you don't. All you have to do is bank with Comerica. With your Comerica bank card, you'll feel like a VIP the moment you walk in, just like you do at our bank. Learn more at comerica.com/yourpark. Comerica Bank.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do like brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
Lawrence, and he's been better the last couple of months, but, he is a foundational piece for the A's. For sure.
Driven to right. Forget about it. Off the tree.
London, special delivery. The Butler's got a barrel for it. Zone 4, stand up. All about that good tree.
What a splash from Butler. Wow.
Another A with a multi-homer series against the Rays, and it's 8-4.
Absolutely crushed.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
wonderful engineers. Jenny Hoynatsky back in the studio. Tim Jetski keeping us in line, as he always does, here in the booth. Tim brought gifts today for us. These little, they didn't bring good luck because the Tigers lost 7-5. But
little Pac-Man Tigers.
Little Pac-Man Tiger things that were supplied with Hershey Kisses in the middle. So thank you to the Jetski some member of the Jetski family
I wish the series was as sweet as the Hershey Kiss. This was a rough one for the Tigers. You know, anytime you get swept against the opponent you're trying to catch in the division, it never feels good. It's going to be a tough one to swallow for the Tigers. The White Sox offense was just too much.
It really was, Andy, and the Tigers will have one more series in Chicago later this season. But it's a big loss today for the Tigers because it pushes the White Sox lead to 5.5 in the division. It's their largest divisional lead of the year. And here's a weird one. The Tigers have been involved in 15 sweeps this season. 7-4, 8 against now, and that's second most in all of Major League Baseball. So would rather have that flipped a little bit, have the Tigers on the winning end of the sweeps, but it's been a weird year with a lot of sweeps, one way or the other. You
know, and the White Sox came in, they did the job. They came in and they set the tone pretty early, taking extra bases, the power that everybody knows about. They're second in the American League in slug. We saw it on full display. They came out swinging the bats. They weren't waiting around. Fastballs, they were hitting them. Breaking balls, they were hitting them. What was interesting, though, is how they were able to work some counts with 2 strikes. Deepening counts. They're a swing and miss type of ball club for the most part. And you said, man, I thought we'd get some more swing and miss. But you could see the adjustments that they were trying to make in at bats, understanding that this is a Tigers pitching staff that is going to attack their holes. They did a nice job fouling off pitches, making it really challenging on Detroit pitching.
And to that point, I think that's what you see a lot of times with younger ball clubs like the White Sox feature, where they're just still trying to get their sea legs under them, a lot of them as Major League Baseball players. And so you get into a situation where, the book on them was swing and miss, but they made the right adjustments, and that's an impressive thing for a young squad that features more at-bats by rookies than any team in the major leagues.
Yeah, and they got some big hits in this series. I mean, anytime they lost the lead, it seemed like the next inning or two, they would get a couple guys on and come up with a big knock or a big home run in a big moment, and there was none of this, fouling off the misses. If a Tigers pitcher missed over the middle of the plate, they heard it.
Player of the game is brought to you by Pennington Grass Seed, the official grass seed of the Detroit Tigers. It's a tough one today, Andy.
I'd still give it to Brett Callahan.
I was going to say,
on,
we got to go Brett Callahan, right?
Yeah, that took the lead of the ball game, his first at bat ever in the big leagues.
First pitch.
A breaking ball, first pitch, hits it down the right field line, gets him a triple out of it.
And so cool to see his family all being able to make it, because that's tough when you find out. He probably found out last night after his game or before his game in Toledo that he was coming up to the big leagues, and it's like the mad scramble. Get your family here.
Booking those red-eye flights.
Yes, exactly. So Brett Callahan is our player of the game. Stat of the game is brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. What do you got for your stat of the game, Andy?
I think three home runs for the White Sox. I mean, that power. We saw Romo hit a 2-run shot. Murakami hit a 2-run shot, and then Miguel Vargas hit a solo bomb. But Tigers pitchers have done a pretty good job of limiting damage. And this is a team that comes in notorious for slug, and we saw it every game. There was home runs.
And you said something at the top of the show that rang true, especially when Drew Romo hit his 7th home run of the season. It is threats top to bottom in this White Sox lineup.
Everybody in that lineup can hit a home run, and even the 9-hole in that spot hit a 2-run homer, a big one for him to get him right back in the ball game. It kept feeling like the Tigers in game 1 and then this game, they get out to that early lead. And how many times do we see them just go ahead and hold that lead, add on to it, and win a ball game? So momentum's going, but the White Sox just kept having an answer, coming back, scratching together some runs, hitting some home runs, and they come out on top of all 3.
Big hit of the game is brought to you by Little Caesars. Order online for delivery or pizza portal pickup. What's your big hit of the game?
Probably Murakami's.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
2-run shot to left. Tyler Holton has given up nothing in the way of damage, nothing in the way of runs lately. Walks the guy right before Murakami, and he hit a sinker, 92-mile-an-hour sinker, pretty much down the middle. And it was one of those situations where Holton just had walked the guy in front of him, doesn't want to walk another guy, attacks him with a fastball, and he's got enough thump. He hits it out left center into the seats, and that was a real gut punch. And the White Sox took the lead, never gave it up.
Yeah, that was a tie ball game at the time, and you just felt the wind coming out of the sails when he hit that home run. So that's our big hit of the game. 7-5 the final. White Sox take the finale. They sweep the Tigers. It has been a season series full of sweeps. White Sox swept the Tigers at Rate Field. Tigers swept the White Sox here. White Sox come in here and sweep the Tigers, so you know what that means.
Oh, yeah.
Tigers are due for a 4-game series sweep when we go to Chicago later in the year.
There you go. I'll take 4 over taking 3.
More coming up on the postgame show here on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Hi, Tigers fans. It's Dan Dickerson. Over a 162-game season, you can count on special players to step up in the biggest moments. That's the textbook definition of dependability. For 87 years, Michiganders have counted on Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan to stand behind us during life's biggest moments. Babies being born, broken bones being repaired, times when we need care that improves the quality and length of life. Blue Cross pays more than $100 million every day for the care of millions of us, doing their work in partnership with doctors and hospitals, providing health insurance in every zip code in all 83 Michigan counties. Blue Cross makes sure that we get the care we need wherever and whenever we need it, thanks to their nationwide network of 2 million participating care providers. Standing behind us every day for 87 years. When you can rely on a company to be there for you again and again, that's dependability. That's Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. Learn more about their work at mibluedaily.com.
This is Mark Snefkamp of the Snefkamp Automotive family. We've served Michigan customers for over 100 years. We opened our first dealership in 1926. 4 generations later, Snefkamp is still the name to trust when buying your next new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. Visit us during the Make This the Summer Sales event, happening now at one of our 4 locations: Highland Park, Gaylord, Midland, or Redford.
Snefkamp, Metro Detroit's original. Snefkamp.
America's favorite place to watch sports just got even better. It's Stadium Swim at Circa Resort and Casino. Sports fans, you can catch all the action from all your favorite sports at a viewing experience built for the ultimate sports fan. Relax in one of the 6 pools on 3 levels. Perfect views of the massive big screen, just like the front row seat at the ballpark. Located at Circa Resort and Casino in downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street. Stadium Swim. Book your spot today at circalasvegas.com. That's circalasvegas.com.
Back on the Detroit Tigers postgame show. Tigers fall to the Chicago White Sox, a 7-5 final this afternoon at Comerica Park. The White Sox sweep the series from the Tigers, improving to 65-58. Tigers drop to 60-64. RBI leaderboard is brought to you by Bill Brown Ford in Livonia. Visit BillBrownFord.com today. RBIs for the Tigers today. Colt Keith had 1. Dylan Dingler had 1. Max Clark drove in a run. And Brett Callahan, his first major league at bat, 2-run triple. Our defensive play of the game is brought to you by the Built Tough F-150, only at your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealers. Visit buyfordnow.com. Andy, what's the defensive play of the game?
Probably Hagen Smith just cradling a baseball. Ben Maljury hit a line drive right back up the middle, and it hit him right in the gut. And instead of ricocheting somewhere, there was a runner on second. It could have been good news for the Tigers. Somehow he manages to hold on to it with his body and arms to get the out.
That's the way this series has gone.
That
for
was
the Tigers. Maljury, 106.3 up the middle off the bat. He hits the pitcher in the stomach, and somehow
he catches it.
Like,
what is going on here? We saw so many line drives caught, so many hard hit balls that were caught, and sometimes it's just not your day. It wasn't the Tigers today.
Well said. More coming up next on the postgame show here on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Play ball!
Meijer is the proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers, and we're cheering them on every game to a winning season. We're looking forward to more home runs, RBIs, shutouts, and new major league records. Home is where your team is, and our home is right here in Detroit, where the Tigers' roar never stops, and the 7th inning stretch means we're getting ready to pounce. Save and win with Meijer, proud hometown partner of the Detroit Tigers.
At Comerica Bank, we've helped build some of America's most iconic companies. Now, we're bringing that same professional-grade expertise to today's builders. The kitchen table entrepreneurs, the first-time storefronts, and late-night dreamers with big ambitions. Because banking built for success shouldn't just be for big business. It should be for anyone building something that matters. Let's build something together at Comerica.com/succeed. Comerica Bank, a division of Fifth Third Bank N.A., member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
Some people might give you one pizza for $9.99. Little Caesars gives you more because more is better. It's Little Caesars More for $9.99 menu. Get 2 of your faves for only $9.99. The More for $9.99 menu for a limited time.
Pizza, pizza.
Online only. Available at participating Little Caesars locations for a limited time only. Plus taxes and fees where applicable. Prices and offers may vary by location. Prices may be higher on third-party sites or via delivery. No substitutions. Cannot be combined with other offers.
Accidents don't have business hours, and neither do we. Any day, anytime, you can call the Mike Morse Law Firm, and you'll get a real person, not a machine. We jump into action immediately because every second counts after a crash. I meet clients in hospitals, in their homes, wherever they need me to be. You're not just another face here. You get the attention, respect, and fight you deserve. Who you hire matters. Don't delay. Call me now. 855-MIKE-WINS.
Lines one up the right field line. That's going to touchdown fair. It's going to roll into the corner. Here comes Colt Keith. Zach McKinstry's on his horse. He will follow it up. He will score. Callahan head first dive into third, and it's a 2-run triple. It is first at bat in the major leagues.
Pretty impressive stuff right there. Still in the second inning. Max Clark scores Callahan. It's 3-0 just like that. You had to be feeling pretty good if you're a Tiger fan. Top of the third. White Sox get one back. Antonaccio grounds out. Peters scores. It's 3-1. But then the Tigers take that run they gave up, and they got it back themselves. Colt Keith digs in. Nobody on, looking to make an impact.
Swings and sends one in the air deep to left field. Antonaccio going back at the track, at the wall. He leaps up, and that ball is gone. A home run.
Gone indeed. 4-1 Tigers lead. Let's go to the fifth where the White Sox fight back. Romo, the 9-hitter. 2-run jack makes it 4-3. Then top of the sixth inning, Colin Montgomery RBI single scores Randall Grichuk, makes it a 4-4 game. Top of the seventh inning, it's more White Sox. Unfortunately, Tyler Holton left in for the seventh inning, facing down Murakami. Turned out to be the game.
1-1. Murakami lifts it deep to left. Going back is Malgeri. He's at the track. He is at the wall, and it is gone. A home run. Onitaka Murakami goes opposite field. A 2-run blast in the seventh inning, and the White Sox take a 6-4 lead on the Tigers.
That felt like the gut punch, but the Tigers do fight back. Dylan Dingler's been in a slump a bit, and he found a way to get an RBI double. Scores Gleyber Torres. It's a 1-run game, 6-5. Unfortunately, top of 9, Jacob Wagas back in there. He's been very good for the Tigers. Unfortunately, today, gives up a solo shot to Miguel Vargas to left field. 381 feet. Just stays fair, and that would do it. Sox break out the brooms on the Tigers. They sweep them. The final today, 7-5. Detroit went into this series down 2.5 games.
We're talking about power. We're talking about bling. This is the stuff that puts people in the seats.
Ruth's adoring fans pitched in to gift a crown fit for the home run king.
How come the fans didn't, put something together for me?
They gave you a nice round of applause.
It's a good job, Carlos.
That man is 42 years old. I'm only 22. Until that man stay on that mound, nobody gonna take me out of this game.
Okay, let me see what I can do about it. Right now, I feel like I can go over there and go placata right now on the field just because I held this batter, Willie Mays. I'm not giving it back to you. You need it back?
To get back.
Okay, you can continue talking.
And you're just going to hold on to it?
Yeah. Hammer and Hank became baseball's all-time home run king.
Hank Aaron flipped the bat, pointed to the outside, and said, placata.
Every single Triple Crown winner has been inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So it looks pretty good for Miggy. Just saying.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
How about the different personalities of those 2 home runs? But they both sounded like home runs off the bat.
Well, they sure did.
The Brew Crew, pitching and defense, the name of the game. And Luis Lara has done it twice.
Yeah, this is Cam Schlittler. 11 strikeouts, no walks, taking that American League ERA lead down even farther. Eric Hill with a walk
walk-off single, past the drawn in infield, and the Phillies finally get their fourth walk-off victory of the season, a 7-6 win in 12 over the Jays.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Fastball at 102. A half-hearted effort out of Roden, and that is strikeout number 200 on this season for Jacob Mizorowski. Folks, it is August the 9th.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Includes $750, always on ICI. Offer only valid on package 302A. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by August 31st. See dealer for qualifications and details.
McLaren Medicare hits it out of the park with their Medicare Advantage plans. Learn more at McLarenHealthPlan.org/McLaren Medicare.
Official partner of the Detroit Tigers. Games that are in a rain delay, believe it or not. Padres and Guardians were supposed to start like a long time ago. This game has been in a rain delay forever. Padres are 66-58. Guardians are 60-64. I think they're going to play, but don't hold it against me if I'm wrong on this one. Bottom of 5 in Chicago, Cubs trail the Cardinals 9-2. Joshua Baez has not got a hit after his 3 long balls yesterday in his major league debut. Cardinals playing some pretty good baseball trying to make the postseason. Red Sox, they're so streaky. They're so weird. They lose again. Pirates take them down 7-3. Sox 66-57, still firmly implanted in a playoff spot. Pirates getting ready to face the Tigers on, tomorrow. Top of 9, Twins trail the Phillies 7-5 in Minnesota. Twins led that game 5-0. Phillies have come all the way back. That's good news for the Tigers, considering the Twins also trying to make a wild card spot in the American League. Bottom of 3, Giants lead the Rockies 5-4. The battle of 2, should I say woeful? That's a nice word. Teams. Is that fair? Giants are 51-72. The Rockies are 49-74. Not sure who's watching that game, but it is going on. I can assure you of that. Athletics beating the Rangers 2-1. That's top of the 3rd inning. If the Rangers happen to lose that game, they finally beat the A's yesterday. But if the Rangers lose, that means the Tigers interplay tomorrow, just a half game out of a wild card spot in the American League. Royals and Angels going at it in L.A. Top of 4. Royals lead at 1-0. Royals 50-74. The Angels a little worse, 49-75. And then how about the Brewers taking on the Dodgers? Milwaukee leads it 1-0 after 2 innings. Guess who's on the bump for the Dodgers? Our good friend Tarek Skubal already given up a run against the hard-hitting Brewers. Skubal entered the game with a 4.07 ERA as an LA Dodger, trying to make that ERA better. We'll see what happens. Also later on today, Mariners and Astros, a battle in the AL West. First pitch, 7:20 on NBC. Couple finals. Orioles trying to make the postseason themselves. They bought at the deadline, sold as well. They're up on the Rays 10-2. Actually, I'm sorry, that game has gone final. Braves beat the Diamondbacks 5-3. Yankees edge out the Blue Jays 4-3. That one took 10 innings to finish. Marlins 7, Reds 1. That one a final. And the Mets, they've been playing some decent baseball since the All-Star break. They're still 56-69, but a nice win against the Nationals. They win it 4-3. In our game, not the outcome that Tiger fans wanted. They get swept. They lose today 7-5. They now hop on a bus. No, they're going to fly to the Steel City. They're going to take on the Pirates and try to get back on the winning track. Believe it or not, still a chance to make the postseason, as hard as that might seem to believe. Coming up next, Greg Gagne going to wrap up the broadcast. And Dan Petrie? And Andy Dirks, I'm sorry. That's coming up next on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Why'd we just pass the exit?
It's the 20th anniversary of Pure Michigan. That deserves the scenic route.
We've added like 40 minutes.
That's no rush, especially not in a pure Michigan Edition F-150.
Okay, what makes it so special?
Premium leather seats, and suddenly traffic doesn't...
The catch. Kemp will tag. He scores, and Agbayani comes in with 3 outs. 2 runs will score. Burks is in. Agbayani gave the ball to the fan. Watch this. He hands the ball, starts off. A fan a couple of seats away goes 2 down, 2 down. Look at the poor kid. What? Look at the eyes on that child.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games, all the games, pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
You could describe Tulsa as a big, small town or a small, big city.
Tulsa is a very mixed city of arts and film and sports. I mean, it's a true melting pot of all kinds of things.
Professional baseball in Tulsa, it's actually older than the state of Oklahoma.
It's nice to play in front of, fans that you see on a daily basis.
Well, when we moved downtown San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark, new uniforms were on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
On Tuesday, Jackson Jobe on Wednesday. It could be a series. The Pirates can really pitch. It could be a series of very low run-scoring ball games.
Definitely could, and it's up to the Tigers' offense to continue to battle and score some runs. You know, the pitching for the Tigers in this series got beat up a little bit. This is a White Sox team, though. They played about as good at baseball as they could. They had a lot of hits that fell. The Tigers had some line drives that were caught. It was one of those series that 2 of those games could have went in a different direction. It happened to go the White Sox way this time, but I feel like the Tigers are still playing good baseball. I don't feel like this series, just because they got swept, is like, oh, no, all is lost. They're playing terrible baseball. They're not scoring runs. They're not pitching. The White Sox just played a really good series.
Yeah.
So going into Pittsburgh, you just got to forget about everything that's happened, put your head up, go in and win a few games.
No, I think that is the point to take away from this weekend. The Tigers didn't play poorly all weekend long. It was just the White Sox were on fire and could not be stopped.
Right. That's it.
For my broadcast partner, Andy Dirks, this is Greg Gagne. Tigers fall this afternoon, 7-5 final to the Chicago White Sox. Have a great rest of your Sunday, everybody.
Detroit Tigers baseball.
Fly ball right center field.
Brought to you by Sam Bernstein Law, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Corwell Health, Fago, The D Las Vegas, Northville Lumber, Feiger Law, Comerica, McLaren Health, Wallside Windows, Rocket, and Little Caesars Pizza.
Fly ball left field. It's deep. It's got a chance, and it's gone, a home run. Javi Baez.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast has been presented by ZipRecruiter. Find out why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it free at ZipRecruiter.com/team.